Hey there, Silver Tongue Devil here, and in this live stream, we're going to be looking at Purist. The wrong way. Not the right way. Not the wrong way. Technically the Silver Tongue Devil way. I know, isn't that just the wrong way, but faster? Yes. Yes, it is. So, for those of you who haven't seen Purist before or don't know what it is, no item drops and no shops, no time slowing, no crutch. After every hit, you basically get the equivalent of a grace of God, a brief immunity. Timer is slowed for you. You're temporarily brief immunity. It's already said that, and it also fires out a unholy wind. God, it's such a garbage arrow. I forget what it's called. An unholy wind shock aura, which knocks enemies back or staggers and stuns them, and also destroys any projectiles that are on their way into you and are close enough to be able to do something about. So, Purists should be played slowly, methodically, very carefully, very long range, and really rinsing everything at ridiculous ranges with the headshots, especially with the crossbow, because this deals all of its damage up front, close and personal, and its damage drops off over distance, which, as we know, headshots get you the points, headshots over distance get you more, headshots over extreme distance get you even more, and the beauty with the crossbow is those same headshots do less damage, which then means that enemies that you would normally get one headshot on up close, you might be able to get two at those extreme ranges, so you're making more points and so on. That's how you should play Purist, but we're not going to worry about that. So one of the things that I don't think we'll be doing tonight is getting that far. We'll probably get a couple of cycles in, I should think. So going for something that's going to give us that longevity, I don't think is really going to help us. You'd either want to go for this one or this one. And to be fair, these do exactly the same for us, except this one gives us an armor slot, which if we got to the heady cycles of cycle 5 without taking any damage, the armor is better than normal health, because at higher cycles you take multiple points of damage from a hit source, whereas when you have the armor on, you'd only lose one. So this negates all damage from one source, regardless of how much damage it should normally do. Normal life does not. We're going to try Anakin's Flaw tonight, because other than testing it to decide that it doesn't work within the meta and is a bit garbage, I've never really used it. It will allow us to take down Anakin a little quicker, but taking him down at speed isn't really the name of the game. But it will mean that we can put less headshots in him to spawn his archer waves. Might help. I don't think these are going to do us any favours, and I don't really use Anakin's. So, Desolation, no. Purgatory, let's go. Why not Desolation? It's bloody nightmare. It's harder, and it doesn't offer you any more points. So, I'm not the kind of guy that goes in for low reward, high risk. I like my things the other way around, or at least high risk, high reward. So we're not going to be using slow time. There is not going to be any shops. We're just going to get in there and kill and kill and kill. So I've said about doing long range headshots. We're kind of just going to be killing everything as quickly as we can. More to do with the fact that if we kill it before it sees us or can react to us, we don't have to worry about taking damage from it. A la this way. I'm still going to try and go for headshots. Because it's the headshots that score us the points. But we're also thinking about executioner bonus as well. And executioner bonus is rewarded for multiple kills in quick succession Any more? 20%. We tested it. We tested it a long time ago. Hey. Well, I remembered which one the shield was on then. So, let's have some speculation in the chat, shall we? When am I losing that first piece of armor? I reckon we can make it through a cycle. If I play like this, anyway, I reckon we can make it through a cycle before losing any health. Right, let's clear this area out first. Then we'll do the pit. But yeah, as far as Anakin's Floor is concerned, it's approximately 20%. The way that I was able to get figures is not from our overlords at Super Bright, but through testing, because we know that Winter's Bite does 5%. Well, I don't even think it does, but just basically testing the numbers that Winter's Bite ticks on Cycle 1, Cycle 2, and Cycle 3 of Anakin's. Against Anakin, and seeing what those tick numbers come up by and how much of a difference and variation there was. And I think it worked out, it was something like 22%. The problem with Anakin's Floor, because, you know, Anakin is the gatekeeper to a lot of players in this game. And the problem, well, before you do that, Weeble, let me tell you the problem. What is the big damaging arrow that we use to absolutely stonk bosses, be it Gabriel, if you want to kill him quickly, or Anakin's right? That's right, Weeble, Winter's Bite. You got it in one. Now, how does Winter's Bite work? Winter's Bite does damage based on the current health of the enemy. It's supposed to be 5% total of the enemy's current health. Ergo, if we put Anakin's Floor on. Okay. Is that your bet? There may even be... There's not going to be a prize. I'll get you another one of those hats. Good. This is what I want to hear. Maybe I'll just lose it now and then you're all wrong. So, as far as Anakin's, just to finish off with Anakin's Floor, because Anakin's Floor reduces Anakin's health, that then means that it's actually counterproductive against what Winter's Bite is tracking its damage against. You're reducing Anakin's health bar, which basically means that Winter's Bite will do less damage. And so it would still take, in theory, the same amount of Winter's Bites to do the same amount of huge damage, but by reducing it by a percentage, it basically makes it null and void. And it also works only against one boss. Nah. Anyway, that's quite enough of that. Let's go fast. There you go. You're all wrong. Did he do it on purpose, though? Unlikely. It's only armor. Let's get it out of the way now. Right, where is... This is actually quite a tough pit. Hey! If you'd have said the first pit, you'd have been a winner. I tell you what, there's something about those fireballs in this first cycle. Because they don't usually travel that fast until like multiple cycles. Those go really fast in cycle 1 and then slow down. I swear it. Anyway. Let's just get them out of the way. This is a bit slow, isn't it? See all that lack of damage that we're doing at those extreme ranges? 488 as opposed to the 900 odd that you would expect. Not going to get that headshot. Well, I know, right? Hey, I've died to more... I've died to abominations more than probably anything else in this game. They are the grey man of IDU. Nobody respects the abominations until they're twatting you in the face. I find. I know I don't. Right, let's make sure... Let's make sure we get that orphan. Let's clear out the surrounding. Oh, get over. That's some nice dodging you got there, pal. Right. Done, 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 done. Cool. Yep. Now. Now. She is... Where's she at? I think she is on the top. I think she's on the top. So what we want to do here is we've cleared a lot of this. I'm going to make special dispensations to make sure we get the orphan. Otherwise, this could be quite a low score. I don't want to miss them again. So we're going to go all the way around the houses because I think I know where she is. Note how we can't hear her at the moment. So if we can't hear her, we can't alert her. Because she hasn't spawned yet. But there are other enemies that we could potentially lure in, which might give us a little bit of an easier time. Also, depending on where I attack her from, we know that we've cleared one of the routes that she could retreat down. That's the way that we want her to go. The fact that she hasn't spawned yet means there's still a lot of enemies going up there. There she is. Where are you? There you are. Right, let's move now. Lovely. Forget just quite how much damage the crossbow can do. Hello. Yeah, see how fast those fireballs are? I swear when we get to cycle 2, they actually slow down. Let's clear this back bit out. We do want to be maximising points here as best we can. Means headshots over distance, as we are all well aware. 2.5 times multiplier on all points gathered in the pit, but I don't think you get double points for gold, because gold is a fixed value, and it is literally just 1 point per gold. Might be something that's added on. Again, I've never tested, but as I understand it. Right, that looks like everybody's dead. Lovely. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's forget about that armor that we lost. It's quite funny, actually. There's a lot of the time when I'm playing this game, it's like that first armor, if you don't take the extra armor, losing that first armor feels quite liberating. Because you're done then. Don't need to worry at that point. The armor's gone. Faster, closer. We could go for precision. I would rather go for rate of fire. Look at that. Outlined him. Fancy walking into a machine gun. you guys next. And then we'll go over here. Just because it's a slightly better route in, I find. A couple of shots on them in the body just to stagger them so that they don't get a chance to return fire. Nail these guys to the fucking wall. Any up here? Hello. Turn. Dead. Dead. Next. Now, we're not going to rush. I'm going to make a point of having, like, this is my little rest period now. Because just like when I've been saying about the Executioner bonus side of things, do I use... What did that say? Do I use... Oh, OBS, yes. Yeah, I've got OBS on now. So, little rest. Because similar to what I've talked about in tournaments, I would rather know that I am starting my Executioner bonus from the beginning. For those that don't know about the Executioner bonus, first kill, 10-second timer starts. Every kill that you get onto that adds 1 second, and the score slowly, incrementally increases up to, we think it's about 350 points per kill. So at that point, you are getting points regardless of whether you headshot an enemy or not, because the big thing in this game is if you kill enemies with body shots, you don't actually get any points from hitting body shots. You only get points from hitting headshots. Now, when the Executioner bonus is up and running, that's technically still true, because you're not getting the points from the body shot, you're getting the points from the Executioner. We want both. If you're going to play Executioner, you want to be going for headshots as well. Hello. I hear an orphan. Oh, you little shit. Come back here. The Executioner bonus, we've been told, and you can't really confirm it. We've been told that the Executioner bonus caps out at 20 kills. With that shield. That's an offensive weapon, that is. We've been told that it caps out at 20 kills. And basically the amount of points that you get after the first kill incrementally raises across those 20 kills. Once you are at 20 kills, providing the seconds are still ticking around in the background, then it's just, it works out about 350 extra points regardless of how you kill an enemy. How are we doing points wise? Not bad. Not bad. Right. So the thing is, Executioner bonus in this is actually a bit garbage because it's risky as all hell to do. In Purist mode, you can actually slow down the timer. In normal mode, you can actually slow down the timer by making use of your slow time. So we don't have that either, but that's a Purist thing, not a normal game thing. And the big problem is risk-reward. Doing Executioner and doing it in this style is a lot more risky than sitting right at the rear with the gear, taking those massive long-range pot shots. And those massive long-range pot shots are going to get you more consistent points. The ultimate style that me and Beanie have tried, and to be fair, he's probably better at it than I am, because his long shot first shots are very good, or at least they were, but he is a bit of a has-been these days. So I'm sure he won't mind me saying, if he's in the chat, we'll definitely know now. So the ultimate that you could do is massively long-range headshots in quick succession. That would be the most efficient way that you could score in this game. But that's really, really, really difficult. Really difficult. Anyway, let's get rid of these guys up the top here first. Then we'll move down. And this is part and parcel. Oh! This is part and parcel of the whole thing. I did say that I was supposed to be killing them quickly so that we didn't have time to react. But I am also trying... okay. No, it might be... No, it's probably going to be a an IDU. Are you fired? Yes, you have. Oh, we've got more. We've got more. There's more. There's more. There's more. Yeah. Well, I didn't expect it. I didn't expect a red knight there, if I'm honest. We should have cleared out the top a little bit more aggressively than what we did. And any knights. Lovely spot to sit here, because we can literally pick off all of these guys without them moving. Take our time. Nail those headshots as best we can. Hey, look, there's always going to be high-pitched screams from me when I'm losing life, especially when I shouldn't be as well. Again, this is another one where it's like, probably should start again. Losing 2 life on the first bloody level. Come on now. But that's probably on track for where we were last time. So, right, let's not lose any life here. Right, that'll do. How you getting on there, Annie? It's all extra headshots, which we like. We'll do a little bit of farming, but I don't want to spend the stream farming points. Although this is a good way to get the old executioner bonus up. Remember, when abominations stop paying out gold, that's when the farming has ended. Which I will hopefully demonstrate in just a moment. Hey, where's your guy in the window? Your archers are slacking, sir. Have a word. Where is he going? Well, you missed the stairs, mate. You missed the stairs. What a noob. And there. Now we want to be careful-ish about how we activate what I think will be the last wave of archers. As to where we do it and where Anakim is when we do it. So we want to be careful and clever with our shots. Look at that. He knew he got outlined then. Right, let's go here to here. And ideally, let's do a bit more farming. I want him here. And we're going to do that like that, hopefully. Now, he should go to my last. I'm going to wail on these abominations because I'm concentrating on the archers next. Yeah, of course you've stepped to one side. They give exactly the same amount of points as anything else, as long as you are hitting them in the head. Unlike Siege of Heaven, everything, headshot-wise, is worth exactly the same. And the only variation that you have is the distance. That's not true on Siege of Heaven. Come on. Come on. We can do it. Stop dodging. Right, we're still getting gold. So yeah, abominations are giving us, at these ranges, about 300 to 400 points per headshot. Plus the gold. Plus anything that we're getting through executing the little blighters. And I'll farm this one, but we won't farm cycle 2. I don't know. Because the enemies technically don't count as points, I've basically murdered. Like, at this point now, you would be, well, now that we're not getting, see when I make these headshots, we're not getting a gold amount. That means farming over. Now, if you look, 292, if I now kill a load of abominations, just normal kills, as far and trying to proc off the executioner bonus side of things, even without the headshots, still at 292. So basically, once Anakim's abominations stop counting for headshots, they stop counting for everything. The only thing they do not stop counting for is kills. Why is that important? Oh, I was really getting into the music, and I don't know about you guys. The only thing that they still count for at that point is kills. Why is that important? Upgrades. You can basically use those abominations, providing you have the special arrows, or say, for instance, you were going for one of, when you start the game, one of the, I found, very hard achievements to get when I first started, the 666 headshots in one life. You can do it all here. And once you've got it, you don't need to get it again. And it's a very important achievement to have, because it basically means you are working at the correct amount of headshots damage. Hello, Indy. I was very surprised to see you doing a stream of that battle group. What brought that on? Dare I ask? Because, like, I don't know if you know or not, but that's quite a heavy strategy game. And strategy games are kind of puzzle games. And, I mean, I do know that you are a puzzling expert. However, even I was surprised at your choices with that one. What's down here? Anything nasty? Yeah, of course it is. Ooh. We'll try, because I've got a rapid rate of fire, we will try and go for headshots where we can on Cupids. Well, I mean, I'm already chock full of that. We've lost 2 life already, and we've only really just started. But it's fine. We just won't lose any more. Let me know if you get into that battle group game, Indy, because it has a cooperative mode in it. Yes, it does. I'd love to ram your battleship. So it's a game that I haven't put anywhere near as much time into as I would like to, and it is a homage of some of my. Where's that? Oh, down there. I thought you were all dead. What's the deal here? It's a homage of some of my favourite games. Battlestar Galactica Deadlock is one of my favourite strategy games of all time. See, that must be... Yeah, it is, yeah. I've got it. I've got it on the Pico, and I think I've still got access to it from the little bit of testing that I did ages ago. Come on. We can make that shot. We didn't make that shot. Right, let's go up first. Wait for the 3. Then we go, because we alerted an archer up there. I was going to say, don't do 4. You make me sound like a fool. Sir. Busy corridor down here, and rapid fire. Oh no, it's not that busy at all. Take out your air support. Yep. Oop. Some of these teleport arrows I'm making, I'm just asking to lose life. There you go. Can't escape the first level without taking some damage. But, oh yeah, arguably one of the hardest normal levels in the game. Not a problem. And remember the cheeky one. There he is. Hello. Thought you were going to get away with it too, didn't you? Right. On. Now, this one is one of the levels where you could afford to, or you don't really want to rest, because you can quite easily, because there's such a quick leap. We found this out during the Fletcher tournament. There's such a small distance between the different sections of Paradise Lost that you can actually, not easily, but if you're doing well and rinsing through the level fast, you can actually carry your executioner bonus from one section into the other. Technically, you could keep your executioner bonus going across the entire level. You cannot do that, or if you can, you are much better at this than I am. You cannot really do that in the... hang on. Let's carry on a second. You can't really do that in Purgatory, or Desolation, or Abyss, because there is such a long distance to traverse. Whoa. Don't black screen me. No, thank you. Where did he go? I'd love to know. Those knights are riled up. Oh, maybe that's him. Maybe that's him. Let's get that one up there before he teleports down on us. Oh, he's disappeared. Hey, there he is. Safest way into this bit. Down this little... camouflage. Gotta remember there is an orphan about somewhere. I haven't heard her yet, which means that she's most likely going to be at the top, which, to be fair, given this configuration, is the best bloody place for her. You coming down then, love? No. Yeah. So predictable. Right. We'll just basically riddle this area with bolts until I hear somebody pull a bowstring. Is there one around here? Sounded like it. I mean, well, isn't it though? You'd think the pension would be enough, wouldn't you? Well, you're round that corner and you're not coming out to play, are you? Your friends are. Right, fine. Fine. We'll take a little bit of a different route. Go over here. Oh, get out! This is my house. This is my paradise lost. You are not permitted entry. Keep moving. Whoa, sneaky. I was ready though this time. Yep. Gunslinger. Do you now? Is he? Yeah, Weebs is probably up there somewhere. Just out of shooting range. I can't stop him. And oh shit. Almost forgot about you. Where's that? Sounds like a lot more than one. Right. I can't even see that. Did he despawn? Yes, he did. Look at the range on this guy. How ambitious. Right. Now, I think I know where you are. Famous last words. We're going to do a bit of cornering here because I know you're coming. And then we've alerted a few of the old Cupids. Oh, yeah, but you just roll around in all that cash that you're saving. So, you know, many, many salty tears. Hey, at least we know your price, Weeps. At least we know your price. Right. If you're done, you're done. We don't want to risk hitting any of the Cupids at the top or along here. So ideally, the route that I like to go when I'm getting... Got it! The route that I like to take when going for this orphan is up here. Around here. Don't shoot that one because there's a possibility that it'll alert her before we're ready. Now we're ready. And then we march down this corridor. Oh, yeah. You're not getting away. Not a chance. Not when I've got the crossbow. But yeah, this is Mr. Collins. Obviously, you are new to my in the IDU streams, or relatively new. This is a technique that I perfected quite a long time ago. I take the crossbow out of the right hand and put it in the left because my action with my right hand is obviously a lot better than with my left hand. And that's when you can get this rapid fire. Now, ideally, if we were points inclined, we want to get this guy as far away as possible. So we are doing that 488 damage. And so we're doing as little damage as possible, but we're well, Cynthia, I mean, I don't want to have to spell it out. I'm just right-handed. So, so as far as Gabriel is concerned, you want him at that kind of furthest away distance if you want to maximize points on him. Ideally, if you were playing the main game, you would want to Hand of God him whilst he's out there and then rein in the pain. The difference between the crossbow and the bow is the crossbow at that range, as I said already, does less damage, whereas the bow does more, which means that we, in essence, at that sort of range, can get double the amount of headshots on Gabriel. And, you know, as we've discussed, each headshot scores. But yeah. Gunslinging the crossbow, I dubbed this. I don't think I was the first person to be doing it. That's too high. One more try. I'll get it. One more try. Hello, Gamertag. I've never played it with haptics. I think we've had this. I think we might have had this, or I've had this conversation before with someone. I can't remember if it was you. It's just, for me, haptics are just. Oh, I missed it again. Just one more thing that you have to get ready for and get on and do for your videos and your streams and so on. It's just one more thing. More prep. However, if I had one, that's what stops me buying one. If I had one, I may sing a different tune. But, yeah, that's an expensive proposition. Oi, steady on, fellas. So see that minus 448? That is not points. And notice how when he gets closer, it's almost double that 488. That is the amount of hit points you are dealing, or the amount of damage you are dealing. Yeah, I know. Do you know what the other problem is as well, actually? I'd imagine they're not the most, not the coolest of things to wear. Not on a street cred. I knew it. Not on a street cred side of things, but on a... You're down the bottom. Yeah, and any more things added to that I can do without. But yeah, I wouldn't imagine it's like I'm starting... Well, yeah, it's not a particularly... I mean, it's a fairly warm evening this evening in jolly old Britain, or at least it is down my end of the country. And then donning that again as well. I wouldn't be able to do this kind of stream with that on, I don't think. Oh, I'm... Oh, no. The look. Oh, I'm all about that. But, like, you know... Yeah. Yeah. As cool as Batman armor is, I bet he didn't bank on that deodorant bill. There's more than one of you. Ah, cheeky. Hit me with his foot. Hear his foot ping off my shield. Right, well, that was another unnecessary hit. So, yeah, let's not take any more of those. Where are you? Oh, I know where you are. I know, you're here. What's that? Yeah. I don't know. What? Been streaming 40 minutes? Getting a bit warm. Hello, Dominic. How we doing? Sorry, mate. You've missed your opportunity to get a little bit of that leaderboard fame. We've already started. But I think you're Fletcher No, it wasn't Fletcher. It was your mortal score, wasn't it? I think your mortal score is very safe. From me, at the very least. I have done my quota of a mortal run. Oh, Gamertag, if you're still here, I haven't had a chance to have a look yet. How did you find the new Breaches map? Because I haven't touched it yet. And I am a massive Breaches fan. Even though I haven't had time to go on it yet. I like the look of the level. The outside of it looks a bit plain, but, you know, who looks at the outside? Hey, these are real problems, Weeb. They really are. Because if you can't show off the one pack whilst you're VRing, when can you? You know, everybody, it is known, is it not known, that everybody is at their most sexy when playing VR? Oh, come on. There we go. Still can only get 2 headshots at these extreme ranges out of Black Knights. I might have been able to get 3, actually. Who knows? You're going the wrong way. Nah, no worries, dude. Well, thanks for dropping by anyway. Always appreciated. And you, and not forgetting you. Oh, you're not dead. Oof. Nice jump. Alright, quicker, faster. Need more points. Hey. Good. That makes me very happy. I always drum on about the fact that I shouldn't be teaching people if I don't expect to be surpassed. Or rather, I suppose, I wouldn't be a very good teacher at the game. Yeah, same Weeb, same. But yeah, I have no right to teach or show things off about the game, or in my opinion anyway, if I can't get people to a level where they can surpass me. So, and yeah, that's what I want. Because then it gives me new challenge. I'd like to think I have a small hand in creating future IDU legends, and you know what? That's enough. That is enough. Oh, another thing that I've got coming up, I'm currently in talks with CM Games. I'm desperately, this is for you, Mr. Collins, but anyone else who's potentially looking at Into the Radius, I'm trying to get involved from the get-go on the Into the Radius sequel. So, you know, nothing's there. I don't even know what point they're at yet, but there isn't anything available. They're usually pretty big and open with betas, but I am hoping to get a load of keys to give away for Into the Radius soon. Quite a lot of keys that I plan on giving away over a course of live streams. So we'll think of something interesting to do Into the Radius stream-wise. And give some keys out. So if anybody's eyeing the game up at the moment, hold fire. Hold fire, a couple of weeks, and I should have an idea of what we've got. How many exactly? I hear you. You're not getting me again. Not this time. But yeah, Into the Radius is a... yeah, if I had to pick a game, it'd be In Death Unchained for VR. If I had to pick a second game, it would be Into the Radius all day. Those two games have eaten, so much of my time. And I know there's people out there that just want to buy a game, play a game, and be done with a game. Who you swinging at, buddy? That's where I was. I know there's people out there that want to buy a game, do a game, and be finished with the game. I am not that sort of person. I want a game that I can sink some time into, get good at, and, have a reason to get good at. And part of the reason of getting good at those games is one of two things. Either it's got a lot of life, or it's got a competitive element to it. As I was saying to Journey during his stream, who he's also streaming In Death Unchained from time to time, which is always nice to see. Not doing this right. Just trying to do it fast. Oh, well, you've got the headshot covered, haven't you? Where are you? There you are. Looks good. That looks clear. Lovely, lovely. Continue the work. Whee! Where's that coming from? Look at that! Now that is Cupid shooting technology right there. What a guy. I mean, he can't hit for shit, but no worries, dude. I'm always happy to support other people bringing eyes on everybody in VR's favourite game. Everybody's? Everybody's. As I said, as far as VR's concerned, I find there's two kind of players. There's ones that already know about In Death Unchained and play it on the regular, and then there are those that have just not been exposed to it yet. Oh, well, there's technically three kind of players. The other one is Indie VR. And, yeah. Don't know why I can't get him to play it. But one day, Weebs, we'll get him. We'll get him. But then the other thing as well is, the problem that Indie's got, this is also a problem that I suppose GT's got as well, is they're both content creators, and content creators haven't got a lot of time. Thankfully, I consider myself a video DJ. Video DJs don't get burnt out. Video DJs have all the time in the world to play games and stream and do as they like and just swan around. So yeah, video DJs for the win. What's the difference between a video DJ and a content creator, I hear you ask? There is none other than the name. Ah! This is what I get for bad-mouthing content creators. A fucking arrow to the gut. Bloody shield. I haven't... wondered where he was. I wondered where he was. I haven't had to replace the triggers yet. The grip I had to replace. The grip is the thing that I broke most recently. And I think that's because all of the games that I play, if it's not an actual button... Yeah, he is. If it isn't an actual button, like, for instance, I can't hold the grip button on the crossbow in this game because it obviously activates the shard, so I keep my hand off of it. But in every other game, I treat the grip. And I'm one of these guys that, if you're not holding grip to hold the gun, then you're not doing it properly, or you're not immersing yourself. Again, you know, it's a preference thing. It's how I've always played VR games. Where's your friend? Where's your friend? There she is. But yeah, I haven't wrecked. You're fast. Haven't wrecked any controllers properly yet. Oh, that's a point, Weebs, as well. Didn't you want me to change the joystick over on your controller? Or is that when you come down to my neck of the woods kind of job? I'll happily do it. I might not even fuck it up on purpose as well. Because I know how much you like a freebie. So I'd be able to go like, oh, sorry, Reeves, I fucked your controller, but I'm not going to charge you anything. Following I'm a Rainbow's guides, who is another creator, it's actually quite easy. Hello, Melissa. Yeah, well, we've lost some life. Lost quite a lot of life, to be fair. Steady with that shield, fella. Yeah, we've lost a fair bit of life, but I wasn't planning on getting much further than, like, I don't know. Let's take you up tops. Get some points out of you, now that we got you alerted. Come on. Yeah. And we go over here. And then that's... Oh, fuck off. Stop it! Trying to show the good people at home how to headshots. Got ya. There we go. Oh, fair dues. Fair dues. Yeah, actually, that's the point. It is... It's not far off, actually. I don't know, Journey. I should really get it. So the big problem with me in Population 1 is I wasn't a massive fan of it when it came out. It reminded me too much of Fortnite, basically. And I know it's not. I know it's a better game than Fortnite. But also, I could see myself having to pour a lot of time into that game to get good at it. I don't use snap turn in any games unless you're forced. Yeah, you're not wrong, Weebs. Stats-wise, I don't think there's a massive amount in it. However, I can't confirm that because I don't know exactly what the stats are. I don't think there's a massive amount in it. Oh, we need that pit. So, like, for me, I'm kind of hoping that Pico 5 is on the horizon. But then the problem with that is Pico 4 hasn't been out a year yet. I think it's sort of been out a year in October. And they don't want to get that precedent. I think it's October or maybe September. Don't know. But I don't think it's been out, and the Pico 4's been out an entire year yet. And they don't want to set this precedent of, like, you know, bringing out headsets and then instantly bringing out something better. You know, these aren't phones. These VR headsets. Oh, she's in the good spot. Okay, a little bit of extra attention here to try and get they headshots, because they're worth a lot more down here. Thought you got away, eh? Almost. Almost. Right. Right. Let's divvy up those guys. Hello. Oh, more. I don't think it's going to be a lot better. The people to speak to that about, because I get a lot of my information from the likes of Mac in VR and Shuey. They know lots about all of this. Yeah, that's... Yes, lovely. Right, let's wait for him to come in. If you have got an extensive library of Quest 2 games, it's the only time that I would say to you, well then yeah, it kind of has to be Quest 3, because, you know, I've got like hundreds of games. Well, not hundreds, I've probably got more in my Pico library now, but I get mine given to me to play. And obviously I don't in Quest 2, but still it would be a difficult decision for me to make because I have an extensive library. If Meta turned around tomorrow and said, yep, Quest 2 games not going to be compatible with Quest 3, I mean, they'd be fucking idiots to do that, but if they did, then I'd be like, yep, that's the time to jump ship to Pico right there, right then. Thank you, Vega. Let's get that headshot, shall we? Right, we're not going to leave a la... Oh, I thought he was a lot closer then. We can. Seeing as we haven't got really much of an executioner bonus going. How many games have you got though, Melissa? See, the one thing that I will say that Pico has definitely got going for it is, for anyone who has a Pico, Weebs will be attest to this, they are ridiculously aggressive on the old discounting side of things. And they have to be because they are playing catch up. It is very cheap. Like In Death Unchained went for 40% off recently. And on top of that as well, Pico are... My kind of salespeople, they don't. The Pico is very aggressive, and they allow, or in the most recent promotion they did, they allow you to combine offers. So you can actually get some ridiculously good deals over on Pico. Absolutely ridiculous. So I think during the tournament, if you won one of the 20% coupons, which I think everybody who entered it did, and you could get a 25% off as well, you could add that onto the 40% discount, and it worked out because it's compounded percentages, worked out about 53% off. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But see, this is the other thing as well. When you make the switch, it isn't like you have to stop playing the quest. So if you keep hold of your quest, you can still play the games that you've got on there. But one of the problems that you will find, and this is the reason why I think my words ring true, is once you start playing games on the Pico, it's very difficult to play them on the quest. Like, I don't know if it shows up in the stream. People have commented on it before. But, like, for instance, this feels a lot mistier. A lot mistier. Oh, reorder that. $250. That is cheap as... I mean, if you've got the money to play with. The one thing that I will say, though, after saying all of this, is... I will be getting a Quest 3, and it's literally because my Quest 2 is on the way out. It's getting worse and worse, I think. Yeah, $250 is an absolute snip. Yeah, we put it best. Not only are pancake lenses just superior in the viewing experience, and also the Pico's a smidge more powerful, like 10, 15, maybe 20%, and it's got a better cooling system, so it can be overclocked easier, so basically devs can push it harder. Not only all of those things, but Weebs put it best, and I completely agree with him. The pancake lenses, basically, you know when you put your headset on for the first time, and you're adjusting, and you're moving it about, as people who are VR veterans know you need to do to get that clear picture. The Pico 4, you can literally drop it on your face, and it's clear. It can be, like, off to the side, wonky as fuck, and it's still clear. So, that's a big thing, actually. Because it means that you can get it to where it's comfy for you. It means that you can get it more comfy and where you want it, as opposed to having to get the best picture. Right, Anakin, sorry, meet machine gun crossbow. This isn't going to end well for you and your boils. I should charge. I really should. You'd have to go to a specialist to get those boils lanced, and I'm doing it for free. There you go. Fast service with a smile. Now, don't want to be losing any life on the boss, because that would break my fucking heart. Saw you. There's still an archer about, that's bad. There he is. Yeah. The sweet spot, I've actually pissed around with it after we had that conversation, Weebs. The sweet spot is fucking huge. Absolutely huge. It was, I remember it being minute on PSVR, and I remember it being okay on the original Oculus. But I suppose the Oculus Quest and the Quest 2 are very similar in that regard. But see, this is the thing as well, is the big problem is going from one platform to another. But as we all know, a lot of us have very bloated libraries of games that we never fucking play. So even to make the jump... Hey, I tell you what, more people start getting Pico headsets, I will start giving out Pico keys. Because I don't think there's many Pico owners on my channel, so a Pico key giveaway isn't going to be quite as good. Like, for instance, the keys that I've requested for Into the Radius, I think most people only play 2 or 3 games, to be fair. Let's get some extra points out of this cat. Increase that distance. Get those headshots. Lovely. Should we play the game? Nah. Not after last time. I took damage playing the game with these idiots. One of the things that is actually quite useful to do here, though, I'll show it off. If you're, like, trying to min-max points, but trying to keep it down to minimum risk, is to take these horns down to a sliver, get a couple of kills so all the enemies show up, and then kill Asmo, because that actually kills all the enemies, and you don't get points for them, but see all those little bits of gold flicking up? So what I should have done there, I was a bit too rapid fire. Got his second horn down to the minimum, killed a couple of enemies to make the next wave spawn, then finished off his horn. And then that would just KO everything on the level and give you all the gold. Right, Purgatory 2. What were you like time-wise? What was that? What was my Krypton factor? And in a Krypton factor of 1 hour, 18 minutes... 612, that's not bad. That's not bad for a one cycle. Didn't miss any orphans this time round, that helps. Yeah, it's when you unlock the higher level crossbows, they have like a winding mechanism. And it just allows you to fire a lot faster than the regular crossbows. No, this is just years of technique. Yeah, I'm only kidding. So, hello, Caleb. Welcome to the stream. How we doing? So, one of the things that I have been pushing for, which would then completely get me off of the quest, is joint leaderboards between the Pico and the quest. I don't see why they can't make that happen. Yeah, no, that's a good plan. That's a good plan. Hey, that's fine. I am a silver-tongued devil, Melissa. You can be forgiven. I'm very convincing. I should lie more. Probably get good money for that. I've managed to hoodwink veterans of this game that there's actually a duck button. So I was very happy with that result. They weren't. Oh, didn't look like that worked out so well for him. Or him. Good how they're just all lining up. Maybe. Well, more infamous. Oh, there's more down here. So, that is one of the advantages that kind of doing a bit more of an advanced cornering can have, is that if you are rapid firing and you're at that head height, enemies just move into your headshots quite often. The only problem with that technique... Oh, they're all dead. The only problem with that technique is to do it, you have to be, like, cornering, as we understand, or as we know it, you need to be about here, so that the enemies come around the corner, stop, turn, face, attack. Whereas doing this... Caleb, this is the game. This is the game to have. All day. It does go on sale. Hey, look, I've got no problems with joint leaderboards. Caleb, this is, if you have VR, this is the game to get. I haven't come across anybody who doesn't adore this game. It has got potentially hundreds, nigh thousands of hours worth of play in it. At the moment, it's $21.99, but the game is some 2 and a bit years old and still technically being supported as well. That's $21.99 in pounds, so about $30. The game does go on sale quite regularly at 30%. I myself, if you join my Discord, I have a section where you can get 25% off games. So you can always get 25% off a Quest 2 game as long as you know someone who has purchased it. And lucky for you, I've purchased it. So if you have a look in... Oh, I might not have my Discord. It's in the banner on my YouTube channel. Or check the various live streams that we do. the giveaways, and that also helps support the channel as well. So do you know what the other great thing about this as well, especially if you are new to VR, if this game gets the hooks in, and I'll fucking tell you now, it will, there is a fantastic community, probably the best community going as far as VR is concerned. And as somebody who is not just new to VR, but has found a new addiction. Ooh. Yeah, that's getting a bit dangerous. Let's get the hell out of there. Aha. Aha. Ooh. Then you've got people that you can chat to and celebrate your victories and your achievements with. And I suppose one of the big problems, or one of the only problems you could say that this game has, is there is a lot of hidden information. But that's where somebody like me comes in. I do like a game with hidden information, because I like to crack that hidden information and let everybody know. I've made a moderately successful YouTube channel out of that very thing. I do like breaking games. And there's many, many ways to break this one. I mean, the fact that I'm streaming this as a very small channel, and I think we're a bit short on the old numbers tonight, but we would usually expect, I don't know, 15, 20? And I'm like only 2k subs. And I'm still playing this, and it's been out for, what, 3 years now? No. 0 instructions indeed. And you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way, Melissa. Weebs, now, come on now. What do I do with the little bits and pieces that I get? Come on now, Weebs. That's very cheeky to do that. Good job. Good job, my friend. So, Caleb, let me just put a little thing out here, because Cheeky Weeble, the vulture, is at it again. The little bits and pieces that so if you use my 25% discount code, it gives me £4 credit. What do I use that credit for? I use that credit to buy game keys to give away during live streams. So by supporting me, you are potentially getting more free games for yourself for live stream giveaways. Or you could support Weeble, some guy on the internet well known for his vultury. It just doesn't stop, does it? Shoddy hats, and now he's trying to come in here and steal my glory. But yeah, the thing is, I will add as well, I don't ask for anything other. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Yeah, it's not an easy game by any stretch of the imagination. We're in trouble. But rapid fire, brute force and ignorance gets us out of it. Yeah, it is not an easy game. This is the Dark Souls of VR, if you ask me. I know there's at least standalone. I know there's games that very much copy the style of Dark Souls in that they are sword fighting games and whatnot, but the way that this game works, because the thing with Dark Souls is, as hard a game as it is, every time you die you're learning. This is the same, exactly the same. Thank you, Vega. 670,000 and battery, yeah, it probably is about time. Good shout, one. Thank you very much. I'll pop a freshen in anyway. There we go. That one can go on there. Lovely. So, yeah. Not an easy game by any stretch of the imagination. Made a lot harder by that little love. Uh-oh. Yeah, they'll do that. It's the other thing as well. It's the other thing as well, is the game is still being supported. Still being supported. So, yeah. There are tournaments on quite regularly, and you can also see when you get to a high proficiency how you stack up against everybody else. But remember, in the early days, it's just you against you. Until you get to 100%, and you've, got about 6 months in on this game, don't worry about your score. You don't need to. The game is, in essence, infinite as well. This game just keeps on going and going and going. Where's he teleported to? It is infinite. So once you have completed each of the worlds and their associated pits, which is what we're in at the moment, they're the higher scoring, harder levels. The game starts again. So same levels, but everything's a bit harder, a bit faster, a bit tougher. It allows you to get some insane scores on the leaderboard. There's also modes within this game like the one that we're playing now. Yes. That is quite right. Also, I've got 1 or 2 videos. Do you think... What do you reckon, Cynthia? I've got 1 or 2 videos that might help. Just 1 or 2 lying around. But no, you're quite right. There's a lot of amazing players on the Facebook group. So there is... This is Purist. Yeah, standalone-wise, definitely. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. I wanted them to just update this with better graphics for something like the Quest 3. Hopefully it'll look better on the Quest 3, but I do think the devs will have to put a little bit of work in. What was I just about to say there? I can't remember what it was now. Oh, modes. Let's have a look. It's not run by Sean. Sean just puts a lot of information out there and just keeps things ticking over. It's actually owned and run now by our very own in-depth Unchained community manager, the Mighty Beanie. It's his now. It was given up to him. So as far as the modes are concerned, the mode that we're playing in, I'll show you in a minute because I'm always happy to show off my favourite game. The mode that we're playing in at the moment is Purist, which basically means that you don't need to use... you can't use your slow time and you can't heal. Yeah, cheers, Weebs. Yes, we bloody do. And don't you forget it. Oh, ghost. So, we have... That's a lot of ghosts. That's a lot of ghosts. So, we have Purist, which is no slow motion, which is a massive part of the game, but I can't show you because we don't have it. And you don't get any heals, but every time you get hit, you get a slow time effect and an invulnerability time. But, with Purist, you go as far as you can without getting any heals. So it's basically the main game, but harder again. Hello, Momity, and yes, he's quite right. The other modes, Mortal is one hit, one kill to you and them, but you have slow time. And then the last mode is Fletcher, which is every arrow you draw is a random arrow, and if you miss with that arrow, you take damage. And that's one of my favourite modes. If you want to see the way that I play that, check out some of the Orph Annihilation videos and live streams that I've done. I mean, it's not the way to play it for maximising score, but it's a very quick and nasty way to play it. And I haven't even told you about the main game, which is just a completely different kettle of fish. And then on top of that, you also have Siege of Heaven. And Siege of Heaven is you're on a platform killing all the enemies really distantly. Siege of Heaven is about combos and score and not missing. Well, all the modes are that, but that one's more about combos and not missing shots. It's kind of like these mechanics, but tower defense. And that's all with the bow, no crossbow in that mode. And there's loads of levels and all sorts of bits and pieces. Yes. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Yes, I've done loads of videos of, well, not loads. Hello. Not loads. I've done a few. The problem with Siege is I'm not that great at it. But more importantly, Siege requires a very specific level of accuracy and coordination. Now, I do possess those on occasion, which is why I've been able to put some decent scores up from time to time. However, one of the things that you guys don't see when I'm live streaming is that the Quest 2 in Death Unchained, the Quest 2 is being pushed to its limit running this game. Then you add on live streaming and go to places like Desolation or play Siege of Heaven, and there's lots of little micro stutters and screen dooring and all sorts of bits and pieces, plus my Quest 2 is getting very old. So I think there's an element of it being kind of on the way out as well. So, because of all of those factors, I don't do a lot of Siege of Heaven, because as soon as I turn the recording button on or the streaming button on, that's what starts to happen. And as I said, we do line up our excuses before we start play here. That's how I've always done it. You know, if you don't have your excuses lined up, it's easy when you don't have to panic, right? I'd say the Pico has not just better graphics and not just an easier sweet spot to find, but I'd personally say that it has slightly better what's the word? Tracking. But as Weeb said, the other thing as well is when I've got the Pico on, I can actually put the pass-through on this. Pass-through in Pico is colour, and it's actually quite legible. The only thing that you can't really make out is mobile phone screens, which is a bit unfortunate, but you know, that's when you're watching video through a video, technically. The colour pass-through is also very special on that, because unlike the black and white pass-through that you have on the Quest, if I put that on now, it'll black screen. Whereas if I put the pass-through on the Pico 4, I can have a look around and you can see my room. But on the teaching front, it actually allows me to show you what I'm doing with my hands. Fletcher is my favourite mode by far. It's like, what is it? Is it one gun game, or like that mode in Call of Duty where you get a kill and then it switches your weapon, get a kill, switches your weapon? Yeah, it's very good, very fun. I love Fletcher, I think, the most because it changes things about the way you play. Purist is, you can play Purist in the main game by just not using slow time and not using special arrows. Mortal, you could drop yourself down to 1 life you wouldn't one-shot everything, but, you know, you could drop yourself down to 1 life so that you're going to die on your next hit. And yeah, Siege of Heaven is what I would recommend to start with. Yes, that is quite right. Hey, Bosh. Mortal's alright. Again, the little micro stutters and the little bits and pieces that I get from streaming means that I mean, yeah, we line up our excuses here. I've already said that. But then there's the other thing as well. I never end up playing any of these modes properly. I end up playing them differently in an attempt to make sure that these streams are at least entertaining. And the way to play Mortal and the way to play Purist is like this. This is how I should be playing Purist. Ha! What are you talking about, Weebs? My room is awesome. Yep. I cut my teeth on... When I first got this game, I played the main mode, and I wasn't a massive fan. And then I got into Siege of Heaven, because there was a big competitive scene, and I was doing alright at it. And then I transferred my, you know, the skills that you pick up from the main game are very transferable. From Siege of Heaven are very transferable into the main game. And I would also recommend as well, when you first start, to use the crossbow. The crossbow is the most powerful of the 2 weapons. The bow is what this game is known for, but the crossbow is very powerful. And I don't know about you, but I'd want the most powerful weapon, because it's designed to work at close range, whereas the bow does its damage over distance. So whilst you are learning to play the game, you're not going to be sniping heads really far away. You're going to be engaging things at that distance. And the difference between it going down in 1 shot or 2 can be the difference in how far you can go and how well you can survive. Which, again, another thing that I've done a video on. Generation Expo, I called it. Again, though, you know, everybody loves this game for the bow. Come on. Come on. There you go. Right, let's see if we can KO you quick. Lovely. Feel like I've slowed down a little bit. Hello. Oh, good shot. Almost had me. I do, again, I've got a video just on that. You do want to get into the pits sooner rather than later. They are incredibly hard. A lot of people do. A lot of people do have trouble with the crossbow, but I genuinely think it is the way to do it. No, so the way to do it on Siege. Yeah. The reason why you want to get in the pits early on, as Weebs is saying. I know, right? My metal posters are so good. The pits you want to get in earlier, because when you have a low percentage of achievements in this game and so are underpowered, the pits aren't as populated. So the population is like almost half what I would have to experience in the pits. And so it makes the toughest levels in this game at least manageable. They're still bloody difficult. I died the first time I went in a pit. I did a video on that as well, because you think you're getting good at the game, and then you go in the pit and get your ass handed to you. So as far as Siege of Heaven is concerned, Siege, there are specific achievements that you want to go for that will improve your gameplay. When it comes to the competitive scene, you do need everything unlocked. And the reason being is because there are certain achievements that unlock things within the level or power up your special arrows or give you more special arrows or whatnot. But ultimately, every other achievement other than the named ones, like there's one that improves Tempest shots, and there's one that improves Hand of God shots, and one that improves Cataclysm shots, and so on. Once you've got all of those, and the 4 times and the various bonus bits and pieces, the rest of them you don't really need unless you want to compete in the leaderboards. Every achievement after that, you get plus 500 gold to start with, and its gold is what you use to buy the arrows during the mode. Right, let's do this from the bottom this time. That was probably a better idea. I think I did this the wrong way around. The one thing that I will say, Melissa, is I have done some live streams of me going from, I don't think we finished it though, but of me going from 0 to 100% in Siege of Heaven, and like how to do it and various tips and tricks. Oop, that was a bit wild. And yeah, various little hacks that I've found over the years and ways to make certain achievements easier to get, and the sort of ones that you should be going after as a priority. If you have a look, they're pretty long streams. I mean, no longer than my normal ones, but... Oh, he's dancing. He's not dancing. Not dancing anymore. His dancing days are over. Hello. Where did your friend go? There he is. But yeah, I started doing the same. Did you fall down? She fell over. So this is where I get an arrow in the back. Taunting the enemies. This is exactly what happened last time. Oh. Bit quiet in there for a change. Means it'll be busy in here. And up onto here. Where are the knights? Where are the knights? No knights. Good. There is a better way to do this room as well. You go over... This is for you, those of you that want to score well in this room. Come over to this window. Let them all gather in. That's it. Good abominations. Well done. Now you go back over here and you have increased the distance, and you can go back a little bit more and a little bit more. If you jump into these windows, they'll head towards you. The only problem here is their heads are turned slightly away from us, so they can be a bit of a difficult headshot to make. But I should take my time with this, but this is how you get your executioner bonus. But what I'm doing is I'm not aiming. Damn. Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it? Yeah. All the advice would be start pit sooner rather than later. Again, I've got a video on that as well. Most of the things that I think new players would struggle with, I've tried to do videos on, and then I've catered a little bit for the more advanced audience as well, because who am I to tell advanced players how to do things? The live streams is where you'll get to see how I do it, and we live stream Wednesdays and Saturdays, and to be fair, the vast majority of the streams that I do are in Death Unchained. It's a shame you've recently bought into the Radius. We're hopefully going to be, well, not a shame obviously because it supports the game, but we're going to be doing a giveaway stream of the old Into the Radius at some point soon. Should have quite a lot of keys to give away. And back. Trying to go for those headshots because they are worth the big points. Trying to keep the speed up as well. Knights, yeah, I'll take you. Come on. See how as well I know exactly when the monks are going to spawn? And the reason being is because if you are hitting old Annie Bobs in the head when he staggers is when he has lost enough life. Providing you're constantly hitting him in the head, that is. If you're constantly hitting him in the head, when he staggers is when the wave archer spawns. Wave archer spawns? When the archer wave spawns. No, I know. Thing is, analytics tell me that people tune out at those intros, which is why I don't do them anymore. Hey, that's what we do. The one thing that I would say is, it's a difficult one to actually say, but I wouldn't want anybody to spoil the game by watching my videos, because a lot of them do have spoilers in. And part of this game, one of the things that I really liked, and again, I won't spoil it, but, no, I won't spoil it. Playing this game blind, not knowing what to expect, and going through the game is an experience. And then when you have conquered that yourself is when you come and find me. And I will help refine the techniques that you need. See that stagger? I know that the archers have now spawned. Ooh, that's a frisky knight. And you're still here. So that's what slow motion is for. Slow motion prevents panic attacks. Oh, we can get a headshot. Surely we can get a headshot or two. Oh, he's going over there. Good. Good egg. Good egg. Right. Quick like cat. Kill the abominations. Kill the knight. Stagger. Anakin. There we go. Oh, no, that's not all. Oh. Oh. Have I miscalculated the waves? That might be to do. I didn't think I had. Oh, no, I haven't. Gotta hit that slow-mo. Gotta hit that slow-mo button. But again, this is the way to play Siege of Heaven. And if you're not using the slow motion button in Siege of Heaven, you are doing it wrong. Literally doing it wrong. And then that's where you transfer the slow motion from Siege of Heaven across to the main game. I remember I tried to play the game without slow motion to begin with and failed miserably. Siege of Heaven, that was. Are we still getting points? Nope. We out. Bosh. Step, 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 step. Good. We didn't lose any life that time. That's better. That's Tetley. Right. Over there. Let's... That's where your slow time will come in. If you're struggling to get past the levels, it's probably because you haven't got time to deal with everything before it gets to the gate. Also, the way that I play the game is to try... The way that I play Siege of Heaven is to maximize points. The way that you're supposed to play that game is it is a wave survival game. Now, RB disagrees with me here. Hey, RB disagrees with me here in that he thinks the game is about scoring to begin with and never about survival. Now, that's one way to look at it, but the fact of the matter is, until you understand the scoring system, which takes fucking ages, it's a survival game. Again, although he's a much better player Siege of Heaven than I am, so maybe he's right. But hey, we can agree to disagree. he is correct in respect to the fact that if you play it like a scoring game, you will get better at In Death Unchained. But everybody, the thing, what I think a lot of people that play the game at a high level forget is how it was to begin with. And, like, how easily... Like, I know people can't do what I'm doing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you should be enjoying yourself. However, Siege of Heaven is a ridiculously frustrating mode if you are going for score. Ridiculously. And again, it's another reason why I don't play a lot of Siege of Heaven is if I was to play Siege of Heaven properly, I would be constantly restarting the level because there's so much RNG going on, and there's also it's like they know I was adjusting my headset. Bastards. It's like they bloody know. Can't use slow time. Literally just adjusting my headset. They heard. Right. Like, this is something I find I never have to do with the Pico. I get it where I want it, and it doesn't matter if it moves a little bit. Don't have to. Yeah, it's all about that slow-mo. That's good points there. That's not. That doesn't get us anything. That's good points. That's great points. Yeah, hey, look, right. I need to do high pitch when they jump me like that. Little buggers. What were you looking at? Oh, I can see. Oh, maybe I should just stream this. It had that guy's attention. Fuck's sake. Why are they looking at the wall? Brilliant. Only In Death Unchained. Any more headshots? Yep, you'll have one. Right in the mouth. So, talking on about this whole fanning, or what I dubbed as gunslinging, because that is what a gunslinger would do, fanning, like this fanning action with the crossbow. Do I actually aim? Not really. A lot of the time, I kind of watch where my shots are going and then adjust. That's why I have it at the hip. What I advise in my videos is to have it right sat on your hip. Like this. Idiot. And then the more advanced you get and the better your arm gets, the more you can bring it out in front of you, which then improves your accuracy. Ooh. He says missing that close range shot. Now, one of the things that is going to be a little bit fortunate for us is that Red Knight that we got the 2 headshots out of, he legitimately dropped off of the level. I used to hold it at waist level, and if you are starting out, I would highly suggest you hold it at waist level, because if you've got hips, you can kind of dig your, or whether you've got hips or not, you can kind of dig your elbow. This is when I need the Pico so I can show you what I'm doing, but you can dig your elbow kind of on top of, like, into your stomach and then down onto a hip, and it basically gives you a rest. Technically, you could put like a belt on and like position something on your waist to lean your elbow on. That would be another good idea as well. And what this allows you to do is kind of build up your tolerance to having your arm up all the time. Because notice how my arm does not come down with the crossbow. And that's because I'm not having to hold it out straight like the bow all the time. I have got it to about here where it's from my Wing Chun days, where I can get my elbow almost across to my sternum. That's where I hold it these days. But that's just something that I found has naturally happened for me the more I've played. Makes me a little bit more accurate and makes my rapid fire technique a little better. Let's go up here, shall we? Ooh. Thought you had me, didn't you? Next time I'm on the Pico and playing crossbow, remind me and I'll show you the positioning. But again, it's another thing that I absolutely love about the Pico. if I had... The argument is, if I had a camera set up and you could watch me doing what I'm doing, then yeah, I suppose I could show you in the camera. But then just like I was talking with Gamertag earlier, if I have to set up that camera, it's just one more thing that I need to set up and one more thing that can go wrong, and we know what it's like when I'm live streaming, and you know, there's very rarely times when it all goes completely to plan and you want to add more elements to go wrong. Well, there you go. Right, let's do these ones first. That's quite right. Oh, at length. Yes, Weebs. You better believe it. The reason being is because when I first got the crossbow, again, as I've said in multiple videos now, I thought, well, the crossbow's kind of like a pistol, and I use pistols, and I'm right-handed. I would use it in my pistol. The important thing for the crossbow, in my humble opinion, if you are not abusing slow time, is rate of fire. Rate of fire will get you very far, and rate of fire allows you to kind of shoot fast and adjust, like this. Ready, guys? Let's go! And I am just fanning these headshots out. And even if somebody does get... it wasn't a great example. She got a fireball off. Hey. Even if somebody does get through all of those shots, or... Okay, so it's more advanced technique is I'm aiming high to go for headshots. But if you're constantly doing that, nothing's getting close to you because you'll body shot it and stagger it. So... But the reason why I moved from the right hand to the left is my right hand, I am right-handed. This is more dexterous, which is why I can do this. Doing that with the left hand, I'm not so good at. So, but then what you find is that technique will only get you so far. You will need to use slow time, and using slow time whilst fanning is very difficult. That's something that I can't do, or not very well anyway. You can't have rapid fire and slow time. But there are times when you can switch between both. And it is very beneficial. Get out of my way. And as far as the way that I'm playing Purist is concerned, Caleb, this is not the way that you're supposed to play Purist. This is a little bit of a joke stream, if anything else, just because I always seem to be able to play things in the way that is not intended, and have made a habit of it now. It almost seems like I do it on purpose. But again, the way to play Purist... And this way, I mean, I find this more entertaining. I don't know if anybody else does, but, you know. And it's all about making those entertaining streams, right? You coming in? Or am I going to have to adjust my headset? Bastard. I said it out loud. Little bastard. Right. Let's take these ones out on the outskirts first. Oh, there's one that I didn't accommodate for. That was a bit silly, wasn't it? Clear your lines, idiot. I'm sure... Yeah, look at that. They were hidden behind the pillar. I should have known. Should have known. Alright, you first. You next. Now, you guys... There you go. The thing is, you can actually score. The crossbow is the thing to score with. Because as I said, when you get to those higher cycles and enemies are taking more damage, if you push the crossbow out to the range that you're not supposed to use it at, i.e. long range, because it's weaker at long range, you can score more because of it. Because you can get more headshots on those same enemies. Right, she's upper level. We are going to... She might be quite a tough take there. Let's have a think. Let's have a think. If I go down... Okay, so if I retreat to the back here... Or about here... Okay, so if I go up there, kill her, and retreat to the back... she'll despawn. In theory. So if it gets hairy and we have to pull out... giggity. Then we should be fine. And I can make that teleport shot reasonably easy. You just need to do on a budget, which is basically going through a level and not spending anything. And you've got to complete it as well. So you've got to complete the level without spending any money. Now, if you are at the point where you can't do Anakin without special arrows, then the only thing that you can do is keep slaving away at the level until an enemy drops an arrow that you can use to take him out. Grab that, go to Anakin, kill him with that. Is the way. Right, so we go up, tight. Nope, we'll follow her in. Sod ya. Oh, what? Oh, you. Not great. Should have stuck to the original plan. Would have been a lot safer. Can't believe I didn't see it. Camouflaged. Camouflaged. To be fair, I probably still wouldn't have shot him even if I did see it. Not in time, anyway. See, the other thing as well, do note, unless I'm getting headshots on these Cupids, they're worth sod all in points. Yeah, no, that is a big problem. And then the first time you use the crossbow and you start getting it down, the first time you switch back to the bow, it's like, oh my god, I can't even remember how to the bow anymore. So I remember being there a long time ago. But the more you do it and the more you switch between, the better you get at switching between, where you can almost do it seamlessly. I mean, yeah, it takes me well, it depends on how much I'm playing, but it usually takes me like 10-15 minutes to get used to it. It used to take me weeks, absolute weeks, to get used to switching between the bow and the crossbow. That's right, I was like all of you guys once. But again, it's just lots of play. Lots and lots of play. Because I remember thinking back in the day when I was playing, it's like, yeah, but I want to play both. I like the crossbow, but I also like the bow. And I want to play both. And it looks like I'm not going to be able to because my smooth lizard brain can't handle switching between two different mechanics in VR. And then I found out that it was just a practice thing. That was a close one. Good effort. Where's he? There he is. And thump thump. Down here. Yeah, you. Don't mind too much losing health going for an orphan. That's to be expected. Come on. Is that everyone? Good. It's my hope for this game. Yeah, again, it's the part and parcel of the reason why, again, I don't use the shard a lot or the shield a lot, because I find myself switching between the two different disciplines that, again, my smooth brain just, you know, I reminded myself at the start, but I'm not doing it because I can't remember reliably enough. My memory is that bad. Really bad. One of the things you should know about the crossbow as well, pure advantage here, we can load and fire a teleport arrow with our shield out. Little known little factor there. Not particularly useful because the shield isn't very reliable, but it is a thing. Right, you go over there, I'm going to headshot you a lot now. A lot. Over there. No, over there. Fine. Fine, we'll do it this way. Oh, you little shit. Come on. Come on. You were thinking about going the other way then, weren't you? Little bastard. Well, that hasn't worked out nowhere near as good as last time. Molto bene. Oh, you little... Why would you do that? I'm playing him completely the wrong position. We need to get him out to the right. And we will do that like this. Pull him back there, and then we switch. Oh, yeah, sorry, Weebs, I forgot to. I do like looking back at that bit. It looks awesome when it all crumbles. Looks awesome, awesome. Right. Now we're on the right pillar. Now we're where we need to be. Could do this. It's difficult to do, though. But it works. Getting those moving headshots. Oh, has it? What? YouTube's one or my one? Oh, I suppose they're both YouTube's one, aren't they? Hang on, I'll have a look. Are you definitely live, Weebs? Hit that live button. Right. Ooh. Right. Go. No! Can't make it in the streams anymore. Can't do it. Haven't got the accuracy. Haven't got the accuracy. Hmm. Right then. What we like time-wise? I'm losing track here. 10 past. 10 past 10. So we've got another... We've got plenty of time. And... in the grand scheme of things, plenty of life. Hello, Opsa. This is Purist mode. This is the game without slow motion. And although you should play it very long range, very cautiously, and very slowly and methodically, what you should definitely not do, especially with the crossbow, is convert the game into basically a first-person shooter on rails. Like I try and do. Because it is not efficient. Hello, Fee. Oh, is it YouTube, is it? Hello, Fee, and we are on Abyss 2. I'm fast, but I ain't that... We have done a little bit of chatting. Got a bit carried away with the old chatting. We got someone new to add to the gang. we twisted his arm and made him get IDU, or at least consider getting IDU. What was that last bit? One day I did stream for 6 hours. Yeah, that was me testing out my batteries, making sure that they worked. I got some more of the rechargeable batteries off of, because with 3... it would be a bit touch and go as to whether I could basically stream infinitely. But I got a couple of extra ones off of Shuey Power on VR when we went up to London for the Pico thing. So technically now I could stream infinitely. Nope, just me being fast. No, the enemies aren't any slower, but what I'm making a point of doing with the crossbow... Uh-oh, that's Cupid's. What I'm making a point of doing with the crossbow is taking them out very, very fast. Because if they're dead, they can't... Basically, I'm sticking them with the pointy end before they stick me with the pointy end. Tactics and Strategy 101. For most things that involve pointy ends... Right, where's she? I know where she is. Good. We'll go... Should go and get her now? Don't think we can see her from up here, but let's get a bit of height. Oh, yes we can. Now, she should just chill out. Nope, she's going. What are you doing there, love? What are you doing there, love? Missed! Hey, T-post! Awesome. Little T-pose there. Yeah, the way you should play this mode. With enemies... Where's he? Is it you? I can't see you. Where are you? Is it you? It's you. Got ya. The way you should play this mode is... Let's see if we can make a good example. This isn't ideal. But you should play this mode slowly and methodically and get massively ranged headshots on everything. No, that's not a very good example. I'll show you a good example in a minute, Opsa. Oh yeah, over here, quick. A couple more enemy. Ooh. I could probably do that. My editing skills are getting there. One day. The thing is, I can't actually fire this as fast as I would like to. And again, like me and Weebs have tried to tell Beanie and Super Bright about the whole controller thing, because they don't think there's any difference between the controllers on Pico and the controllers on Quest and the alignment. Another thing, I used to be able to fire faster than this. I can reload and shoot the crossbow faster than the game can keep up with me. If I go at full rate, you'll see that occasionally it stutters. That's not me. That's this. Super Bright say it's me. It's like, no, there was a time when I never used to stutter. And if anything, I've got faster. So, there's a thing. So, yeah. This is me on slow mode. Well, medium fast, let's say. Oh, yeah, I was going to show you how to play this mode properly. Let's find a good example. Here's a good example. How to play this mode properly. Ignore this bit. Right, so... That's a headshot that we would go for at this range. We would also fire at these guys. Nope, they're not going to move. So we'll go for the headshot there. Bosh. Yeah. Hey, got the second one. Ah, he fell off. Get out. Get out of Abyss. Right, so this is what you want to do, ideally. You want to lure enemies to edges like this, where they can't advance on you. And then you just make up distance. Because we all know about constructing headshots. That's how you play this game. So look at this distance now. And let's have a look at our points. So 60. So I would remember 0622. Damn. That won't give us any points, as you can see, 0622. It's actually a lot harder when I'm doing it slow. That's one. 0622 goes to 17. So that headshot was worth 1,100 points plus the gold-ish. And that's about... Well, that's with... Well, probably not even in my comfort zone. But you can't go too much further back than that because, as you'll see, things start despawning. So there is a limit as to how far back you can go. But also the game does cap out on the amount of points that you can score. We think it's about 1,200 points per headshot. But like, for instance, you know, this is worth a decent amount of points. Let's do the old rapid fire. So no body shots at 122. These are not scoring as points. No, I don't think I have. I'll have to have an investigate in a second. But herein lies the problem. If you're not hitting these headshots a lot, then you are better off point scoring wise getting closer, because every shot that you're body shotting, it's taking HP away from the enemies, which is ultimately meaning that you can score less. Shit. So he was worth 1,100 points from that one headshot that we got plus the gold. Didn't get anything for the body shot points. And then on top of that, if we'd have got closer, we probably could have got about 3 or 4 headshots, which would have been worth about 400 to 500 points each, and it would have been a lot easier. And it would have gone down faster. So it's always about, like, the way that I'm playing at the moment is about rapid fire, not precision. All about that rapid fire and killing things quickly. But what we're losing on not doing distance shots, we are gaining in executioner bonus. Or at least that's my theory. Hey, stop there. And again, I find this a lot more fun. A lot more fun a way to play Purist. Sitting at stupid ranges, kiting enemies out. There's more of you here in there than normal. Right, get his attention. Hello. Now we're going to lead him away. Works the same here as it does in any of the, like, ending cathedrals. I know this one's open, but if you get his attention and he doesn't despawn, he'll always come up. This is one that I would make a point of getting some distance on, because he has got a lot of health. Oh, goddamn. Look how slow these fireballs are. Look at them. They are, like, I am 100% sure that those fireballs are slower in Cycle 2 than they are in Cycle 1. Something has definitely gone wrong there. And it's been that way for quite a while, actually. I have mentioned it, but I don't think Super Bright believe me anymore. Alright. That's one. Now he should turn and face. Note how he gets further back the more we hit him. And each one of those shots would have been worth about 900. We got a good 8 or 9. 3 out of him. Down here. Counted for. No, always one staring in a wall in the corner. You need a dunce's hat, mate. Oh, okay. Yeah, you are right, Weebs. Where is... Are you going in... Are you live streaming that tonight, Indy? They've changed this. Yeah, exactly, right? They've changed the sound back. And I was speaking to Beanie about that when we were on the way up to London. And he was like, yeah, the lighting was always supposed to be that way. The way that it was in the game was the bugged part. And it's like, well, then just make all the lighting bugged. It looks so much better when it's dark and moody. It also makes brown monks an extremely dangerous enemy because they fade into those shadows so well. And I like that. I like a bit of mood. This game's supposed to be a bit frightening, a bit scary. Okay, yeah, I can't raid that. Sorry, dude. I'll come watch you for a bit, though, I guess. I might... Yeah, I bet you would. On the streaming console games, Indy... not console games, PC games. Have you got any interest in Dark and Darker? I think you might like it because it's very Ghosts of Tabor and Escape from Tarkov, but it's the D&D version that I was talking about, and it is insanely hard. I'm absolutely hooked on it at the moment. I'm streaming that on Pico, as it happens. I mean, if you want, I've got a few people watching. I'm sure they'll stick around and watch. I mean, I'll come and... I have, haven't I? IDU, D&D, for... Good job we had a teleport arrow loaded. I was speaking to IndieVR, a little prick. Fucking Cupids. Right, where is this pit? I'm getting concerned that I haven't seen it now. I'm not playing Pop 1. I haven't got into it up until this point, and the problem that I would have with playing Pop 1 is the amount of time that I would have to invest in that to get to what I would consider a level where I'm not letting my teammates down would be a lot. Although, having said that, might not be too bad. Can use controllers in VR. It's the big problem that I'm finding with Dark and Darker is I am not a mouse and keyboard player. I'm a filthy console pleb, and mouse and keyboard just doesn't work for me. So, I'm getting better, but it's slow progress. People on Pico Live will tell you that. Maybe. Mate, see, the thing is, I know you can win games by yourself, so you don't need me there. Which, I suppose, could be a good environment to learn in. Oh, yeah, Journey will come play with you, mate. He's good. He eats bananas and drinks really fast and stuff. I seen him. He's got that, you know, that shake thing that you guys have to do. He's got that down pat. Just like I have with my rapid fire. These guys are quite an easy opportunity to score. There's our pit. And we do need to take them out early doors. Gotta be careful of those ghosts. And yeah, remember, it's every headshot that you hit scores, not just the kill headshot. Another bonus of this rapid fire, even if you can't hit the ghost's weak point first time, if you keep hitting them, it'll stagger them, especially when they lunge at you. Just keeps them at bay. Stops them cramming things down your throat. Pow! Give me some of that despair. Right. The other one we need to have a look at soon is Breaches again. The new map's out for that. I know you weren't a fan, but the new map looks good. It's on board a ship. Haven't played it myself yet. I'm sure WD will be all over it, though. Oh, good. Nice, easy one. Because she runs over there and gets stuck in the lava. And then she won't move. I said she won't move. He's teeing up on us. Ooh, almost. So close. Huh, took him out by accident. Would you look at that? So the pit is where I would make, again, try and make special dispensations to get longer ranged headshots. Quick score check on it, I guess. 3-7-10. This is at about, well, what I'd probably consider medium range. 3-7-10 goes to 3-7... 300. So that headshot was probably worth normally about 300 points, and it was now worth 800. The D&D game is called Dark and Darker. I have, if anybody's interested in watching me play it, got ambitions to potentially start streaming it on YouTube as well, but I need some time with it. I need to... I want to show that game off in a good light because it's amazing. It is such a good game. It's got elements of a lot of my old favourites. So it's got elements of PUBG in it. It's got elements of Escape from Tarkov, which I haven't played, but I've watched a lot of. Oh, Journey to... Sorry, I can't remember. Ixia? Journey. Have a scroll through and, yeah, go and sub to him because he's doing IDU streams as well. Because the thing is, it's always good to see, A, other people streaming our favourite games, so we've got to encourage that. And on top of that as well, if he is or gets to the stage of being able to, like, give hints and tips and tricks, or is at that stage already, and this goes for anybody who plays In Death Unchained, always take multiple opinions and multiple ideas about gameplay tips and tricks, even if all of those people are saying exactly the same thing, because the way that I'm explaining it and the way that I'm showing it off, you might not get. But the way that somebody else does it, it might just gel for you. Like, for instance, if you watch my Siege of Heaven videos, Melissa, and you still don't get it, or you don't find that they help, or, you know, I'm not explaining it well enough, or over-explaining it. Oh, me, over-explain anything? Come on now. Don't be silly, Melissa. But if you found that, then I would stress that you go and watch RB Avenue, because he has a different style of teaching and explaining and different ethics. But we both play the game to a decent level. Him probably higher than me. Well, yeah, him definitely higher than me. But my point is, the more people you hear the same thing from in different ways, the more likely it'll stick. I always go into my roller derby days of various ladies trying to teach me how to do a move in roller derby called a plow stop, and I just couldn't get it. I was like, nope, men can't plow stop. Nope. I was showing the techniques, I practiced the techniques, done all the bits and pieces. It's basically where you kind of bring your feet together to slow yourself to a stop, and it's a very stable position to play within roller derby. And couldn't get it, couldn't do it. And it took one of the girls there to say, like, well, hang on, show me what you're doing. And then she was like, oh no, just do this, and do this. And I was plow stopping like a champ that same day. So there you go. And she didn't tell me anything differently. It was just the way that she explained it, the way that she did it, the way that she showed me. And this is why, unfortunately, a lot of you guys and gals are now missing out on In Death Unchained, because there only really seems to be me preaching about this game and telling people, you know, techniques and how to play and stuff like that. There was a golden time when you had myself and, I mean, Rico doesn't play IDU as much anymore, but you had myself, you had Rico, you had Jonathan Jimbo doing videos, you had Beanie doing videos, you had For the Right doing videos, you had... Who else? I know LG still does some as well, but he doesn't do any commentary with them, so... obviously, you don't have to imagine. I've got some video footage somewhere of me fucking landing some... I'm not a small guy, and I do like to get involved in roller derby. One of the... in the men's game, obviously. Mishy Dog, that's... Yeah, that was the other one. Yeah, I mean, I think Mishy just ran out of time and was wanting to get up to the monetization side of things so that he could at least get something out of it, and he just fell short of the mark. He was on the right track and everything, but just fell short of the mark. Again, if anybody ever listened to me anything on YouTube, because again, you know, I'm only on 2,000 subs, so I'm no master, but the one thing that I think has got me to where I am is consistency. So I always upload twice a week. I've done so since I started YouTube, almost 2 years ago now, I think. So, but again, I'm not one of these wildly successful YouTube stories. Talking about YouTube. Every time I start taking the piss about content creators or YouTube, they get me. I mean, to be fair, I did jump into a pretty stupid scenario there. Getting cocky, that's the problem. But yeah, it's bad for you guys because you've only got me to listen to, which means that, you know, if the way I explain it doesn't gel with it, well, you haven't got any other options, which is unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Then that's why whenever I see anybody doing anything video-wise for In-Depth Unchained, be it live streams or anything along those lines, I always make a point of throwing that person a like and subscribing to their channel and putting comments on their videos, because I know what it was like when you had a small channel, when you're just doing videos and they're not getting out to people and they're not getting out to anyone, and just that one comment and that little like, it costs nothing to do, and it could encourage somebody to actually start doing stuff. And yeah. Get him. Whey, steady on with your swipes. To be fair, no, outside. You outside now. I want to have a word. But yeah, on the roller derby side of things, I was known for giving big hits, and I was in the men's game. Well, we played mixed as well. I was a twat in that also. Smashing little ladies left and right. It was great. There aren't very many little ladies in roller derby. They is built. So how not to do it? Hey, look, I've got both the yin and the yang covered, mate. But no, you go for it. No, that's fine, but that's fine. No, that is another thing as well. But the one thing that I would say is I'm glad it gels with you. That's brilliant. But there are people that might not gel with, and that's where we kind of miss out on with oh, come on. I was just saying about getting headshots. But yeah, that's where we end up missing out on. That is a bad pitched roof. Raining the points here. But yeah, that's where you guys miss out, unfortunately, which is sad times. It's unfortunate that, you know, that's the case, but that's okay. It just means everyone has to watch me. Ha 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 ha. So, forced gunpoint, crossbow point. So yeah, on the roller derby side of things, I was always instructed, if you're not doing anything, hit somebody. And like in roller derby, you have to kind of like body check people, and there's specific targets you have to go for. And I was a prick. I took all of that to heart. I was like, oh, I'm not doing anything. Well, it's in the game that I'm allowed to just start randomly smashing into other people, so I'm gonna. They're standing around, bam, get on the floor. Standing around, not paying attention, bam, get on the floor. Oh, did you get hurt when I hit you? Bam, go down again. Hey, I wasn't very good at roller skating or roller derby, but guess what I did used to do a lot of? Chatting shit and yelling out teammate instructions. 50 to 70% of my repertoire was my voice. Kind of always has been the thing. Yeah, I mean, we've still got some things that we could be doing in yeah, people yeah, sorry, Jenny. My chat didn't say that out to me. But yeah, no, you are quite right. They people do give up on IDU because it is difficult. But I don't know. I'd like to think that that's because they haven't watched enough videos of it. The thing is, yeah, if you somebody who gives up on difficult games, then yeah, it's probably not for you. But I don't know. I love the fact that you start out as the underdog on this game, and then you become overpowered. Or I always feel overpowered, at least on the first cycle. After that, yeah, it's underdog fantasy again. But no, you're quite right. It's not an easy game. Not easy at all. Asmo, go. Free boil lancing service. Had a bit of precision. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow, bow. Oh, which one is it? I don't know. left shard, right shield, right shield, right shield. Wouldn't that be nice, Cynthia? The arguments that I have had with Superbright concerning that very factor. The fact that I'm like, you know, you have an audience that want their money taken for additional content. And we've always been met with the same bullshit response of, no, we want to make everything free. It's like, well, then make more of it. But also, we understand that you're a business. Now take our fucking money. But they don't want anything to do with it. They don't want a single thing. Can you get a bit further away? I want headshots. There we go. Oh, that's not much better. Ah, well. We can force him back a little bit. If we stagger our shots. There we go, that'll do. God, that was nowhere near as worth many points as I thought it'd be. How many have we got left? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we got one more than I thought. So remember, we would have 7 if I didn't take Anakin's floor. That's good. That's good. That's like better than like probably 96% of the IDU population, probably more. But yeah. The fact as well that they haven't even capitalized on the PlayStation VR 2. Why is In Death Unchained 2 not out on the PSVR 2? I think the PlayStation VR would be a lot more popular if they'd have done a really good job of making a second IDU game. And in my heart of hearts, I want this game, the exact same mechanics, the exact same everything working, but I want it either Lord of the Rings or, dare I dream, Warhammer. Not Warhammer 40k, that wouldn't work. But yeah. Lord of the Rings me, please. Warhammer. Very much, yes, please. Oh, do stand still whilst I shoot thee. Well. Well, there you go then. That exotic Britishness that I'm bringing to the stream. Melissa, Cynthia, it's people like you that are making people buy voice changes. Bloody people coming in here complaining about lack of accent. No, I do get you though. I know what you mean. But then the thing is, I would argue that if the content was good enough, you'd be able to get over it. So, just don't tell me that you're just here for the British accent and nothing else. You'll break my heart, ladies. You'll break my heart. Right. Bloody hell, I'm gone through, what is that? Is that 2 litres of water? Getting through the water tonight. Right. 2:45. Let's get the pit done. I want to get the pit done. Maybe get Anakim done. That'd be a good place to end it, I think. And would you look at this? Almost end of the stream and we're still alive. I had to say it out loud, didn't I? What a blithering idiot. Right. Now, the other bonus of this way of play with the crossbow is I can keep this going a lot easier with the crossbow. Yeah, there is that. I can keep this going with the crossbow a lot longer than I can with the bow, because all of this close range headshot damage that I'm doing kills things just as quickly. They're not taking multiple headshots. Well, I do. You avoid desolation. But again, as Vega was saying, we've done, you know, I miss doing the testing streams as well. I like everyone being a part of what I'm, the stupid ideas that I get and whether they work or not. And we did Desolation, and we were lied to. Again, Super Bright and their lies. They told us we were promised 10% more. 10% more points. Oh, don't get me wrong. Desolation is a fantastic achievement. Amazing graphics and an awesome level. But you're not going to find me there because it's bloody hard. There's one time that I go to Desolation, and that's at the beginning of my run, and I make it so that the Golden Bat is in Desolation to begin with, so that in Cycle 2 and onwards, or in Cycle 2 when I pick Purgatory, the Golden Bat is there. You don't, by the time you get past 2 cycles, I've got my end quiver, so I don't need to hunt for arrows anymore. That's one of the things that the Golden Bat can actually help with, helping you get those arrows that you need to get my end quiver. Oh, all by yourself. Get my end quiver set up. There's one thing that they could do, and it would be such an easy change, and it would make me go to Desolation and encourage other people to go to Desolation. And I think I've said it enough now that you'll probably be able to say it back to me, but make Exorcists drop. Make Exorcists drop, like, even low tier stuff. Just armor, just life. Or, like, you know, Tier 1 arrows, so Winter's Bite, Unholy Wind, Blood of the Lamb, and a few other bits and pieces. I think that would be fair. That would have me going to Desolation over Purgatory and learning Desolation, because it would be worth my time going there. The Golden Bat's something that you unlock for Desolation. It is the reverse of the Orphan, so it gives trash points. It's like 1,500 points total. That might be including a headshot on a Golden Bat, but it gives you a very high tier arrow drop, whereas the Orphan is the other way around. Low tier arrow drop. Did you have to teleport over there? That's very disruptive of you. The Orphan is the opposite. Very high point shield, very low tier arrow drop. Usually. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Technically, bats should, because I think holy armor in the whole tiering system that I've been told about should be in the top tier. So with arrows like Divine Sight 5 and Winter's Bite 3 and Hand of God and Shrapnel Blast. These are all considered very high tier. It's another reason why Winter's Bite... Yeah, that's... Yeah, low tier. It'd be such a simple fix as well. But the problem is, again, because of one of the testing streams we do, we kind of know that they can't because the numbers of drops are locked in. Where the fuck's that coming from? Who's over there? What dick? I mean, one thing that it does seem... I hope she doesn't go. One thing that it does seem is that the drops in the shop in Desolation always feel like they're higher tier. There's been plenty of times when I've started off in Cycle 1 on Desolation and seen a Holy Armor or like a Wrath of God in the shop. But as I understand it, that is not the case. It's just a luck thing. So, or something's gone screwy with the coding, I don't know. How are we going to do you? How are we going to do you? Let's... Oh, no. That was not the way. Get out of here. Bye-bye. Hello. Bye-bye. Right, let's just move back a little bit and let some of that de-aggro and despawn. Thank you very much. That was a bit harum-scarum. Have we not seen the pit yet? I kind of missed it. It's pretty fucking big. What did I... This is how bad my memory is. I can't even remember. Oh, yeah, I can. Yeah, no, it can't be there. The only pit locations are easily visible. So it has to be on here. And it will be at the back on the left in the... either in the gatehouse or one of the big rooms. Oh, no, it's in the gatehouse. There is no big rooms on this config. Tell you another thing that I would love in this game as well. Actual procedural generation. Wouldn't that be amazing? Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I'm not seeing them at the moment because I'm not playing anything but the squiffy modes as opposed to the main game. So... yeah, I think they're onto a really good thing with the sigils. But as we all know, even that's got its obvious limits. In that we had to lose runner. Oh, die. Why are you not dying? I'm shooting you in the head, though. Why are you not dying? So, look at that rate of fire. See when they make the noise and lunge at me? Because I'm hitting them, they get knocked back. But yeah, wouldn't it be good if this game was actually procedurally generated? It'd be amazing. I like procedurally generated games because then that is a true test of your skill. Because you don't have... I mean, my memory's terrible. So I have an idea of what's coming up, but I don't know all the locations and what they are like Beanie does. I've just got a very general idea. Nor would I want to memorize everything, but to be fair, at this point, I've played it now, so that it's probably not memorized. It's just fucking part of my nature. Gotta watch out on that one behind. Move, 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 move. I know it was that one. There we went. Oh, way! Good job I was teleporting, then I dodged straight into that arrow. So, yeah, true procedural generation in this game would be amazing. I think that would be a big step. But the problem with procedural generation is you can often get configurations where you wouldn't be able to proceed. But because of this game and its teleport mechanic, you wouldn't have that problem. So it just must be really difficult to code. But then for them to add anything more onto this game, excuse me, the fact that we had to lose Runner to get Mortal. Rubbish. I used to like Runner. Maybe give me something to actually practice for tournaments in and give everyone else a mode to practice for tournaments in. And I did warn you all. I know pretty much all of you here didn't vote for to have Runner off. But I did warn everyone. I was like, yeah, doesn't matter what the other mode they bring in is. If we lose Runner, we lose the ability to practice for the tournaments. Full here, because that's a close wall. Right, that's our entrance secured, Ripley. Oh, that's a skelly bob. Archer. Oh, wow. That is a great question. Let me just not die a second and I'll answer it in full detail. I've got an idea for a sigil that I think would be amazing. And there is a method to my madness in it as well. So, check this out. So, you know how I've put it down in the Runner was just basically a speed mode. Best time won. Yeah, you couldn't get rid of Fletcher. Fletcher was second as well. Purist was the one that people didn't want to get rid of, and Fletcher was second. And it was a close run thing that we would either... Oh, was it Fletcher we were going to keep? I can't remember. So, but yeah, that's the thing people didn't know. It's like I said give up Purist, because if you want to play Purist, well, you can fucking go and do that in the main game. Just don't press the slow time button and don't pick up any arrows. Purist. Oh, yeah, but then I don't have a leaderboard. Well, if anybody asks, you can go, oh, well, my score's better than you because I did it the Purist way. You know, and everyone will listen to you and not laugh at all. Anyway. My sigil... Oh, fuck! Damn it! I'm trying to tell Ray stuff. Fucking ghosts. It actually heavily involves ghosts. So, my sigil... Now, the thing is, what would I call it? Because all of the sigils are single names. So, my sigil, what would it be? It'd just have to be Nightmare or something along those lines. If I could call it multiple... If it could have multiple letters, I would do... Yeah, I know, right? Who listened to them? Nobody. Where are they now? Disappeared. The people that massively campaigned to have a mode like that in this game don't play the game anymore, because unfortunately they found out that everybody can play the way that they like to play better than they can. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, yeah, some of you might know what my because I've put it up in the Discord. But yeah, it would be, well, name undecided, but I'd like it to be called something like Night of the Living Dead. So basically what you do is you turn, we've all seen the glitch, I hope, where the lighting on various levels almost gets turned off and it puts the game into a night mode. So it can be done. And you shorten the visibility difference a little bit with a nice creepy mist. And all enemies in the game are converted to their undead counterparts. So, like, just ghosts, skeleton warriors, skeleton archers, and what else is undead in this game? maybe a new variety of and abominations as well. I suppose technically they're kind of zombies, or replace them with a zombie model or something along those lines. Now, and that's it. So lighting down, visibility cut a little bit, and the harder enemies of the game. Now, why? Why would I want lots and lots of ghosts in a mode? I'm sure somebody can tell me. Now, I think it would make an interesting and very difficult mode, but why? Why would I want a mode that you would be able to get achievement progression in with lots of ghosts in? I'm sure you'll all be able to tell me, because we've all been there trying to kill 1,701 fucking ghosts. Oh, yeah. Well, I know what my, if they get back... Exactly, Hand of God, you know it. If they ever take me up on... Because the thing is, like, amulets. I really liked what they were doing with amulets. But let's face it, there's only one amulet that anybody ever uses. So if they're going to give us the whole, oh, we can't add more amulets to the game, then fucking take them all out. Yeah, hell, that would be a good one. If they can't add any more amulets to the game, take them all out. Give us stuff that change the game. Give us stuff that makes certain things a more viable option. Like, I don't know. So in one of my videos, I was like, yep, I'm all ready to receive my sigil super bright. It will be called the Devil's Advocate, and it will simply restore Barrage of Needles to its former scoring glory. Now, that might seem a little bit overpowered on the scoring side of things, but think about what you have to give up to get Barrage of Needles a scoring arrow again. You have to give up Blessed Quiver. Nobody wants to give up Blessed Quiver. Even I would question whether I wanted to give up Blessed Quiver. No, I wouldn't. I want Barrage of Needles back as a scoring arrow. But... like, you know, add more amulets to the game or change the existing amulets in the game. Surely that isn't too difficult. That's just like a few lines of code. But make them interesting. Like, something that makes Curse almost as powerful as Winter's Bite against bosses. So that instead of everybody using Winter's Bite, Curse of God is a thing. Or what else? What else could you do? Like, you know, who needs the fucking wealth one? I mean, really? Spiritual Assist, I think you have to keep. But Spiritual Assist should be an option in the menus, not a fucking sigil. Have we killed the orphan yet? No. Don't think we have. Shocking memory. No, we haven't, and I know where she is now. That's good. Right, so what we're going to do here, I'm going to slow this down a little bit because I want to make sure we nail her, because we're not exactly massive on points at the moment. Yeah, that's right. Unholy Wind could, you know, you could have a sigil that powers up various weak arrows. And have them so that they, like, all do sets that are thematic. So, like, one powers up Unholy Wind and Tempest. And, you know, then it's the sigil of the fucking Windy Maker. I don't fucking know. Like, I'm not game design, alright? I just come up with the ideas, not the names. But, you know, sigil of the not sigil, amulet of the Windbender or something like that. It's pretty obvious stuff, you know. Or like amulet of the Pyromaniac or amulet of the Pyromancer. So all fire arrows now do their damage over time. It's bigger and it lasts longer. Or even better, all don't power them up at all, make all wildfires last infinitely. So you can basically upgrade your normal arrows to wildfires. Because that sounds overpowered, but it's not that overpowered. But it would then give people reason to use wildfire and straight... Hey! Maybe, yeah, you could do that. You could do that. But then that's the thing is, as far as the amulets are concerned, you're looking at things that would improve and change the game in its dynamic. But basically what I want from amulets is I want the meta to be bigger than just Winter's Bite, Hand of God, Cataclysm, and Volley 5, depending on your experience. You know, that's one of the reasons why I like Fletcher. I like the special arrows. They're awesome. They're just all so shit. Basically. Right, where oh no, you're not where I thought you were. Shit. Okay, we're gonna have to do this a bit different. She's in behind the stairs as opposed to in that, I think. Find out in a minute. Find out in a minute. Yeah, she's over there. Okay. This is probably going to get messy unless I can hit the headshots. What's the best way around to do this? She'll see me if I go into that room. I want to go over here then. And let's park at that angle. Ooh. Did we? Maybe. No stray bolts here. Ooh, this could be good. So if now that we've cleared that, if we go up here... Hang on. The fucking hell is she? Shit. Fuck. That's the first time I've seen her up there in a fucking long time. Dodge those arrows. Dodge those arrows. This is stupid. Why are you doing this? Are you trying to end your life? Yes, you are. Someone remind me that I don't have to die tonight. Yeah, it should be fine. We haven't been playing that long, I don't think, or it doesn't feel like I have. It's actually been very enjoyable. Time flies. Let's have a look, though. Thank you for the reminder, Cynthia. I'll change it anyway. Yeah, I didn't think she could be up there, if I'm honest. But, yeah. Maybe that's a new one or an old... I'm sure I've seen her up there before. I'm sure I have. But a long time ago. Oh, what are you... Are you got the cocoa on and warming up the bedpan, are you, Weeps? You're so old. I jest, of course. Oh, no, hang on. Bedpan. No, that's not the one that I'm thinking of. What am I thinking of? Bedpan is... You wouldn't warm up a bedpan. Or if you would, you wouldn't want anything in it when you warm it up. Fucking... What's the one that... It's not a bedpan. It's on a fucking long stick and the servants used to put it under your fucking quilt to warm the bed up. I can't remember what it's called now. Very old English Victorian-y style thing. Anyway, I don't even know if it's gotten. It's not bedpan. Bedpan's the other one. Yeah, well, yeah. Hot water bottle. Hot water bottle. Right. Let's get old Annie Bob's done. Is it a bedpan? I thought a bedpan was what you'd, like, do your business in. I wouldn't want to warm one of those up if it was full. Whoa, he almost got a shot off. That would have been deadly. That was very fast. Well done, you. Hello. Down. I see you. Woo! Good job, you can't hit for shit. Very dramatic. Yeah, there is a possibility that that's one of the ways that they might have got around it. Yeah, I don't think it's a bedpan. Bedpan's definitely something different. Oh, what the hell? Why is there an archer out here? You guys are never out here. Don't see that very often anymore either. The archers, there used to be an archer there and an archer there, but that doesn't seem to happen a lot. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we tried that earlier. No, they didn't change. Hello, Quack, and they didn't change them. I think the one thing that I have noticed through the multiple seasons that I've played, but then there's also the element that, ask anybody in the chat, of my shocking memory. I do remember these things from times ye olde and long ago when we were like back in the days of season 2 and 3 and 4. But as they must spin the configurations or change them or have different palettes and different sets. And then as they do all of these things, certain things get remembered. Oh, nice one, mate. Yeah, warming pan. That's what I was thinking of. Definitely not a bedpan. So, yeah, I'm sure I've seen her up there before, but not often. I think it's quite a rare one. Like, you know, Super Bright, if you're listening, I think we could all agree that there's one fucking orphan spawning point, or two, actually, in Agony that you could quite happily remove and nobody would complain about. Shouldn't need to tell anybody that particular spawn. Anyway, right, let's see how we go with old Annie Bobs. Hey, he didn't stagger. Why, you no stagger? I must have hit him with a body shot. There we go. Hi, would you? If we're a bit careful here, we can avoid having to deal with the knights. So let's line up these headshots in such a way that we're going across the map as opposed to down it. Note how the knights are not in pursuit yet. And the reason being is because they have not been alerted from their spawn. And I'm happily going to keep it that way. Oop, done you already. As best as I can, anyway. Oh, there's one. There's the other. No, there is only one on this bit, isn't there? Yeah. Sorry, say that again. Oh. Yes, no, you're quite right. Quite right, there used to be a time. Oh, you've had a bit of a disaster. Shouldn't really be doing this, but points, eh? What about those points, eh? Don't want any of those on me whilst I'm trying to do these. Woo! Come back around for you. Ooh, I thought that was short. Thought I was going to hit the side. I do wish Anakin would push the abominations out of the way like the Nemesis does in Resident Evil. That'd be fucking hilarious. I mean, he kind of did there, but there's no animation for it. Come on, Super Bright. Pull your fucking finger out. So, the other thing to note with farming as well, about the same time as you stop getting headshot points for abomination kills, you will also stop getting headshot points for knights. It seems that all of the infantry of the level is linked. So, like, for instance, note how we've stopped getting points now for headshots. That means that we might as well kill Anakin now. I always do check the knight, though, because sometimes... Nope. Sometimes you can get an extra knight out of the equation. Yeah, he gets pushed out of the way of them. Blithering idiot. Oh, that's not bad. Not bad for a night's work. 1.5 million. And enough life in this to possibly get another 5 minutes worth of streaming out of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. What time are we on? I could carry on playing at this point, you know. I think they could use a lot of the bits and pieces. But yeah, I think, you know, I could go on. But part of the method of my madness for doing Purist on the crossbow tonight, I mean, Sean did ask, and he's not here. Sean! I'm sure he'll watch it. But part of the method in my madness is if I can get pretty good on the crossbow again, I think I'm starting to get back into the swing of things. It means that I can put a mortal crossbow run in, a proper one, and a Fletcher one as well. Fine. Never say I'm not one to play up to a bloody mob mentality. But chat, my water bottle's empty, and the water tap's all the way in the kitchen. Sean's napping. His loss. What did... hang on. I want to make a goal. I'll have a look in a minute. We can now add a new excuse to my repertoire. If we die now, it's chat's fault. Because I'm clearly tired and losing the will to play Purist. And so diminishing returns at this point. All life lost from this point on in the stream is chat. No, it's fine. It's fine. No, it's fine, mob. I'll just dehydrate. It's fine. Don't worry about me. Oh, no. I am, to be fair, playing Purist this way, where it's kind of like no shit's given and just getting on with it and doing it fast. I do enjoy this. Oh, okay. I mean, I'll get to Gabriel, but I never remember to look back. I always do it by accident. Die, would you? I'd be interested to see, because it's one of the other things I started doing on the Pico version, was I think it was on the Pico version, trying to play Mortal in my Orphan Annihilation side of things. I don't think I quite did it on Purist, because I don't think it's worth it. There's too many easy points going. So got... Oh, that was a headshot. Lucky! Even I can feel myself slowing down, though. Fatigue. It's starting to set in. Although I can play for hours more, I shouldn't. But, hey. Should be a good boy and go and watch indie. Because although I'm not a massive fan of, or I haven't played Population 1, I do like actually watching it. It's a good game to watch. But the watching it, there's so many of those like little nuances within the game that'll take you fucking ages to learn. So it isn't just pick up the controllers and be alright. Ooh. I did not know where that arrow was coming from, so we get the fuck out. Come on, too slow. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah, but he's on Twitch. That's going to be difficult. Oh, I think is he on Twitch or is he on YouTube? I think he said he was going Twitch with, Whoa, you boy! You corrected your aim, you little shit! Not supposed to do that. Right, let's see if I can nail these boys. Whoa! Ho, 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 ho. It's right, I send plenty of people his way. I'm sure he'll be fine. He did say Twitch. I said I'd chuck him the raid if he goes on YouTube, but... Twitch, but then that's the thing is he's more sensible to put Population 1 on Twitch than he is on YouTube because, you know, Twitch is the big platform where a lot of Fortnite streamers stream, and, you know, it is the closest thing that there is to Fortnite in VR, so silly not to, really. You're appealing to an audience that's already there. Said, I mean, that's a very sweeping and general statement of Twitch. Yeah. The problem with that, Weebs, is that sounds like excuses on his part. If now Indy is good at that game, and if he can't carry you, regardless of how good or bad you are at the game. Well, and he's not quite the world-class player I thought he was at VR. Down in the estimations. Down in pegs. Like, for instance, I've watched Beanie play Dark and Darker, and he is actually quite... Well, not... what's the word? He knows his way around the game. He's put a decent amount of time in. I'm getting there. He was asking me today if I wanted to come play some games with him on Dark and Darker. And I said, mate, no, I'll just be letting the team down at this point, but I will get there. I will get there. But as I said, check out some Dark and Darker, the game. It's a great looking game. I would love to have Dark and Darker in VR. Oh, please. Please, Dark and Darker in VR. Because that's my biggest drawback with Dark and Darker at the moment is the control system. I'm a filthy console pleb. And they haven't got very good controller support. And plus I'd get absolutely obliterated by anybody using a mouse and keyboard. But I don't mouse and keyboard, not for action games. For strategy games, yes. But... yeah, I'm hoping to get to a point where I can hold my own. And then I'll probably do some streaming on Dark and Darker on YouTube with Beanie. We'll have Beanie in with us. And, you know, our conversations and back and forth are always very dull, as you all know. So I'm sure it'll make crap viewing. Very dull, old me and Beanie. Very dull. Oh, that was a lucky headshot. We take those, though. Right, let's get inside here. Why does that guy sound like he's behind me when he's above me? Right. That's not... Oh, sound direction in this game gets worse and worse. That sounded like it was next to me, not above me. Sort it out. The steps are supposed to get quieter when people are further away. Right, let's see. Ah, shit. No, that's not viable. That might be. That might be. Maybe. Maybe that's on the cards. The thing is, it is free, so I've got no excuses. And there is a bow in that game as well, isn't there? Not that I think it would do any good. Do I dream about this game? I have dreamt about this game, yes. Yes, it has the hooks in deep in me as well. Haven't had an IDU dream for a while. It's usually, the IDU dreams that I have had are usually me just not being able to play it properly. Like, I don't know if anyone's had the dream that I get quite a lot, because I've done a lot of martial arts in my time, and I believe I can handle myself, or, well, I can handle myself, but the dreams that I get a lot are like you are fighting somebody and nothing actually has any impact, weight, works, you have no strength or anything along those lines. And I've had similar dreams in IDU where it's like, can't hit anything, the arrows aren't even firing out of the bow, or like they're just plopping on the ground. So, right, how could we go up high? No. That's a tough ask to get back here before she disappears, is the only problem. But let's try. She's not even fucking there. Idiot, she's above. Oh well, now we know. It sounded like it was on the left. Definitely sounded like there was a night there. Oi! Bit late, wasn't it? Right, so if she's not up there... then she's got to be on tops level. Hey, fellas. Any off? Oh, there is. Or that shot might have gone a bit higher than I intended. Let's just reset the orphan if we still can. Because that might have triggered her for where I think... Well, I say that, I still don't know for certain. Whoop. Yeah, it's, they haven't made it any easier with whatever sound improvements they didn't make, or have made, or gone back to, or whatever the fuck Super Bright have done with the sound recently. Because I'm sure there used to be a better... Like, I've got proper headphones on these days, and not so that I can hear better. I'm used to playing... I prefer playing with the Quest... with its actual speakers. I'm used to that. I think they're good. A lot of people complain. I've recently started wearing headphones because my microphone on the Pico and on the Quest as well picks up the game sound coming from the Quest and plays it back through the microphone for you lot, and it sounds a bit shit. So yeah, well, she's definitely up there. I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say so. I'm using the same headphones, so I don't think it makes any odds. How are you even? You little shit! Oh, if I take damage now without getting her, that'll be annoying. I swear... See, just like you guys, I miss orphans too. That is our first one though, so that's not too bad. And it's only 25. What the fuck? I was talking! It's only 25k, so... No, I didn't either. So what I think happened is as I came up, I thought she was here. This is where it sounded like she was, but she must have been over on that one. But I think she can also spawn. I think she can spawn there, or possibly here, but she can definitely usually spawns there. And what I think's happened is she's run around, and then because I was close enough, she's carried on running, and she went into here. Either that or she was there. I think that's another spawn point as well. But again, yeah. Good old fucking orphans. It's only 25k though. Yeah, as I said, I've only been using headphones recently. So, and it doesn't change. I don't think it changes. I'm not an audiophile or whatever it is. I just like with graphics, I'm not a graphics tart and I'm not an audiophile. It doesn't make any odds to me. It works and it's fine. Maybe my ears and my eyes are not good enough to appreciate, but I don't think it makes a lot of difference. I think that a lot of people have complained about the old Quest 2 speakers, and I think they're all right. They do the job. I think the Pico ones are a bit better, but not, again, not by a lot. The one problem with the Pico ones is they're a bit further forward, which basically means that they interfere with the microphone the position that I have the microphone in a little more, which is why I had to start wearing headphones. Yeah. The headphones that I got they're similar to the one that Indies used, but obviously I got the model up from him. I didn't realise this until I bought them. And the whole reason why I got these headphones is they seem to look like they do the job. They were black and red. And on top of that as well, yeah, mine's only just got the one on the left. And on top of all of that as well, I got a £20 Steam discount card. Or, sorry, a £20 Steam credit card, which I then promptly used to, what did I buy? I was intending on buying the latest Warhammer Total War content, but I ended up buying some games instead that were really good. Bye-bye, Paradise Lost. Bye-bye. All the way down. Maybe. Okay. I don't know. Again, I'm no audiophile. But then the thing is, I remember you all saying the stream looks better, and I'm not changing anything settings-wise between the Pico and the Quest. It's just the way it streams. Plus, if I remember rightly as well, the Pico... I can't remember how I've been streaming it recently, because I haven't done it for a while on the old Pico, but we will get back to that. Oh, come on, headshots. The Pico... Like, was I playing the Pico in technically widescreen? The problem that I have with the Quest one, and the reason why I do the stream the way that I do it... because I could have your guys' chat overlaying the gameplay, but the problem is with the quest, when you put the game into widescreen, it zooms in. So, like, for instance, as I understand it now, if I'm holding the crossbow like that and looking like that, you can see the entirety of the crossbow. Whereas I put it into the quest's widescreen mode, it does that. And so it would look like I'm firing it like that. And then with the bow, it kind of looks like that, where the top and the bottoms are cut. And I don't like it to look at, so... Get that cocoa on, get in your gym jams. You've seen Paradise Lost fall into the abyss. Now get your sent to bed. Let's just do... Have you had your margarita yet, Cynthia, or do I need to carry on? Is it margarita o'clock yet? Can you make an exception on my behalf? To be fair, I haven't got to be up for anything tomorrow. Oh, I am doing a Dark and Darker stream on the old Pico headset. You might like that game, Weebs. Might want to come check it out. I can give you a shout when I'm on Pico video streaming Durka. Yeah, but it's like 11 of the quarter past variety here, last time I checked, anyway. Of the quarter past variety. Ah, right, okay. I haven't got any water to have a water break with, so... Alright, let's just kill all the orphans a second before I check my... Oh, I can do it on here, can't I? Oh, yeah, it's half past... Oh, okay. See? Good job I did pause it, wasn't it? No worries, dude. Cheers, Weebs. Yeah, I think you'll like that Dark and Darker, mate. It's, I suck at it, I will add. Or I'm not very good at it yet. Just wait until I'm good at the controls. That is a point. Seem to have lost the old speed element. It's because it genuinely is. Yeah. Yeah, it genuinely is for me. That's very nice of you. Thank you for taking my time zone into consideration, Mr. Vega. Oh. It's one of the things that is the habit that I haven't been able to break on Pico Video is I've been streaming 10 a.m. till 12 p.m. my time there, and even I can't break the habit of Silver Tongue Devil, good night. I can't break it. I don't know why. I don't know why I started saying that. It just, I've always done that, so I don't know anyone else who does that, so that's mine. Ooh, which... Ow! Oh, I got hit by a Banshee. Banshee Plasma Bolt jumping into something I clearly shouldn't have. Oh, this is making another Purist stream unlikely. Good shield work there, bro. Damn. Was that the bolt or was that the... I think it was a bolt. Could have easily been... Is there any Cupids? What's that? Okay. Okay. Ooh. So yeah, again, with the summoners, decent scoring opportunity there. It's very considerate of you, Mr. Vega. Not only is memory an issue for me, I also get confused very easily. What do you mean, good morning? It's afternoon. Where I am. Right, quick water break. No, there is none. Oh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. She might be in the okay spot. If she's not, I don't think we can afford to go for it at this point. But then points, though. I think she's with the old Black Knights on the next level down, which is one of the better spawns. Well, it's the only other good spawn. She can spawn here as well. Look at that instant teleport to shoot. What a prick. Cycle 3. Fuck off. Right. This is going to be difficult. Let's see. By the way. Lovely. What are you going up there for? Just come from up there. There we go. I'm slacking. I'm starting to slack. I can feel it. Yeah, just because I've got the batteries to stream infinitely does not mean I have the ability to do the same. All right, let's see if we can get some... Like, headshots at this distance are a little bit wasted because the point side of things is capped out. But those headshots, if I remember what rightly, are worth about 3,000 odd each. 3,600, I want to say. But we'll just take these ones. Like, for instance, 8375 on that summoner, I usually used to shoot from the ledge, but if we go a little bit further back, I think it's a little bit more points. So, 8375. Damn. They're actually not an easy target to hit because he's constantly rocking that head forward and backward. What did I say? I've forgotten already. 8375. Fucking memory. Fuck off, I'm busy. Fuck off, I'm busy. Ah. 8-3. That did include a couple of abomination kills. What were we at? 8-3. 8-3, 8-3, 8-3. So that was 8-3, 2,000. 2,300? 8-3? 1, 2. No. 3,003. 3,200? I think that's maximum then. Let's try again. That's an easier number. 16. Let's say 1600. Remember, those don't score. Shit. 1600. So that was 316. That was 3,100. And if you pull your hand up too quickly when you are checking score, it can sometimes not register the gold that you would get with that as well. So there you go. 6,400 or 6,000 points out of just 2 headshots. Just by stepping back a little bit and aiming high. And then bringing them low. You go, another 6,000 there. And I know these look like very difficult shots, and they're not. They're not easy. They're not easy. But the way that I approach them is to aim high. It's especially easy on summoners. Is aim high and then bring it down. Like, if we hit them in the head at similar ranges, they would be worth the same amount of points. Everything is worth the same amount of points at these ridiculous ranges. and some things can take more headshots than others. Summoners are particularly good ones because they stay still. Incubi are particularly good ones because they've got shit tons of life, a massive face, and they stagger backwards, making you even more points if you haven't got them at the optimal range for scoring. As a general rule with the crossbow, if you're getting 488 when you have your achievement maxed out. Yes, yeah, there is that. There is that. But then again, that's why I've kind of locked in the whole style with the old gunslinger. Is that I can get away with this. I'm using it more like a grenade launcher at those sort of ranges where I'm, yeah, as you say, tracer rounds. Tracers. So, this is why Agony is worth the most points as well, because there are places that we can get some distance on these tough enemies. I'll show you one if I can get them to do it. Looky here. That guy's managed to have him do himself a bit of a disservice and land stock still on that, and he's done the same. Now, the problem here is as I hit him, he will stagger off of that, what is it, a brazier? Brazier? A brazier? A headshot will, anyway. Oh no, he's well and truly jammed. Lovely. Aim up. Good. And again, I'm not going to look and check each time. I assure you, we've done lots of that. This guy will probably stagger out of the lava. Bear in mind as well, they don't always do the same thing. I was expecting to just catch one on that brazier. This guy getting caught in the lava is a bit new. Yeah, just don't use the buttons. The one thing that I would say, and something else that I can tell you is the maneuver isn't very far. Once you get that down, you can do that. But here's something that you'll see Cam do a lot as well, and I kind of do it, is it doesn't matter where you start pulling from. So I could be here and actually look like I'm trying to manipulate the string. I can even go as far back as here. And I think, if I remember rightly, you can go quite high and you can go quite low. So it doesn't have to be quite as precise a movement as you would think. I do this because I'm trying to be realistic. I do like the reels in my VR game. Yeah, I know there is no self-loading mechanism within this crossbow, but a man can dream. Yeah, that's again another little known thing. I know, because if you watch how Cam plays it, he kind of steadies his crossbow in the middle, but he goes here. And he's almost pulling the handle. And then if you really want to shine it on, yeah. I mean, the thing is, you want to be ideally, you want to be somewhere in the middle, so that whilst you're learning, it doesn't matter where you go. But obviously, if you go too far, or too far forward or too far backwards, then you'll stop. But the backward is a lot more forgiving. But yeah, that's my point that I try and stick to. But that does happen occasionally with me because I put the crossbow out more now. So yeah, things and stuff. Let's fine, let's get to cycle 4, then I'm calling it a night. That should see Cynthia to Margarita time. everybody feels like a monkey. What a great analogy. Everybody feels that way the first time. Everybody feels that way when they're playing the crossbow. We can construct a headshot here. These ones wouldn't be worth anywhere near as much as the pit because of the multiplier. Multiplier? Multiplier. But we can, once we've got him to the edge there, we can then start moving back and getting some interesting angles. Now, as I understand it as well, it isn't just my point to that knight's point, because my point to that knight's point isn't actually that far away. We're quite close to him. We're just very high up. But the game does measure distance in both the Y and the X axes. So if you were stupidly high, if we were... Hey, that was a good shot. If we were all the way up here and shooting from there, that would get maximum points just as much as... Oh, is he not going to spawn back in? Boo. Just as much as being really, really far away from him as opposed to being much higher than him. Oh, shit. Axes incoming. Beautiful. Sharp handles on those axes. There we go. It's the one thing that I would say, though, is it's these top-down long-distance shots that are actually more difficult, because if you miss the head, you're pretty much going to hit the body. Whereas if you are doing long distance on the distance as opposed to height, it is much easier to nail the head. And if you do miss, you're not going to hit anything else as long as you're aiming high. Damn. 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 That was on as well and he moved. Stop it! Stand still so that I may brain thee. Oh, fucking hell. Right, okay, so... Yeah, it's getting late. My aim isn't quite as good as it will be tomorrow. So, yeah. The thing is, Cynthia, all you can do is keep at it. Out of interest, I assume you hold the bow in your left hand. Which hand are you holding the crossbow in? If it's the same hand, then you are doing it right. Each to their own, though. Some people might not be able to do what I'm doing. I would imagine most people can't. I don't know. I know it's helped some people play the crossbow, though. It also depends on your handedness as well. The fuck? Oh, you. Why did you get alerted? You're down there. Didn't fire any arrows. There were no arrows that straight. And why are you alerted? Fuck. The fuck? Cycle 3? Must have heard my stray shots from Okay. Yeah, no, you will. You will, but see, the thing, part of the reason why I like the gunslinger thing is if you can copy what I'm doing... God, I thought that was bang on then. If you can copy what I'm doing, even at a slower action, you will still have a lot faster rate of fire. And I think rate of fire trumps accuracy with the crossbow, especially if you're keeping things quite close. And as I said to the guy who's interested in getting the game earlier, I've got the name already. Ikuma? No, not Ikuma. Fuck, can't remember. But anyway, that guy, as I was saying to him earlier, let's get late. As I was saying to him earlier, learning the game at your most powerful and trying to hit things at much easier ranges is a much better idea than the reverse of those two factors. As you can see, Ooh, you little shit! Good job I heard that. It's one of the things you do have to watch out for when trying to make up. Oh, would you stop it? You were in the perfect place to shoot you a minute ago. When you're trying to make up these distances and construct the headshots, is you do have to watch out for alerted knights especially maneuvering to be able to hit you, because they'll be silent until they throw the axe and it's halfway towards you. At least archers make their teleport noise. Again, these are all headshots that we could construct. Bit dangerous though, because we can't move off of this easily. You could shard off of it, but yeah, bit dangerous. Plus we're not playing that way. We're supposed to be playing it fast. Give them the area to walk into and they will come. Oh, you fucking come on! Oh, that was so annoying. I don't think I've ever been hit by a red monk. They're the ones that scare me the most, so I always prioritize them. But I don't think I've actually been hit by one before until today. And that was the slimmest angle you'll ever see. We did the pit, didn't we? That's all right. Our amount of life grows thin. Remember, when I wanted to come off, we were at 6 life? It was an arrow. It was an arrow. That was the most slimmest and bullshit of angles. In fact, I thought I was safe. So, more idiot me. Yeah, that was a red monk and those fucking flying straight and true arrows. Bastards. That's dangerous now that they're alerted. We need to go into that bit when they are not alerted. Or when they've calmed down a bit, rather, should I say. Don't want to be jumping there whilst their weapons drawn, because we've got a lot of work to do and there's a lot of enemies in there. And they're moving around. Yeah, let's... So what we'll do, go over here. Rather than wait for them to settle down... Do not be up here when you're engaging, because they can teleport up there. Oh, look at that! You guys are not even supposed to be up there! Cheeky little witch getting in there for the selfie shot as well. Pricks. You're not supposed to be allowed to do that. Do you know why you're not supposed to be allowed to do that? Because it looks shit. Your character models don't work on a slant. We can get away with it because you can't see... Fuck off! We can get away with it because you can't see our feet. I swear sometimes the longer these streams go on as well, the more unruly the denizens of the various IDU worlds get. So, I haven't gone far enough. So, what I'm doing here is I'm getting deep enough into the level so that a lot of other enemies spawn, causing them to despawn, which will then de-aggro them. Yeah, they shouldn't be allowed to. They shouldn't be allowed to. Banshees can get away with it because they have no feet. Anything that does have feet that you can visibly see at all times shouldn't be allowed onto rooftops. Like monks kind of get away with it because they've got their dresses on, or their habits, or whatever you want to call them. But things that have got very bony long legs just look shit. Like if they animated so that they kind of like had one knee up when they were running along here, or like, you know, I don't know how skeletons run along roofs, it's never come up. But if they were animated properly, then it would be fine, but they're not, and it looks a bit janky and shit. So, yeah, they should really avoid that. Right, everything's despawned, which means that we've got those extra couple of seconds to stick them with the pointy end before we get stuck ourselves. Because that bit can be quite... Oh, actually, no, it's this next bit that I'm thinking of. Fucking idiot. That bit's the easy bit. Ugh. Try again. Really desperate to not lose any life on that bit. Because it can be quite tough. Let's go over here. That'll reset them again. Let's go back. Again, just trying to give myself as easy a time as possible. Now, he's just spawned in. Gives us a little bit of time on their sword draw. Because if they are not alerted, they have to draw their sword first before they can come at you. It's the red knight in that scenario that can be quite a nightmare. I mean, the black one can be as well, because they're not that... I mean, they're still reasonably fast. Right. Now, one thing's good. We know that the orphan is not in there. Oh, bad scenario. Bad scenario. And back in. Yeah. Oh, see, I'm playing with fire now. You know what? Yeah, I was going to do another stream of this, but we're on so low a life now that let's just get that orphan and finish it up there. I'm not stopping streaming until I'm dead. Hello, K2. The alcoholics within our group have forced me to stay online and carry on streaming past the point. I wanted to come off ages ago, but you know. Yeah. No, again, it's one of those things. One of the things that I don't think I've ever commented on. It is late for me. One of the things I've very rarely commented on is keeping your play sessions, especially in the beginning when you first start playing, quite short. Don't think I've ever mentioned that, because one of the things I can tell you is the more you play, and this is kind of a general VR thing as much as anything else, the more you play a game, especially in VR, the more fatigued you get. Now, you can train yourself to get better at that, but whilst you are training yourself... Way! You were silent. Whilst you are training yourself up to get to that level, you have got to avoid injury. Now, why am I saying these things? Because it's very easy to get so lost in this game, and the adrenaline gets going, and I've done it before in tournaments, and I know Beanie has, and I know Beanie has, and I know For the Right has, I know Gonza did, Elite Jonathan has. All of these people have actually hurt themselves quite badly within VR, pushing the envelope when they are tired, and that's when you pick up the strains and the injury. I saw someone today saying about, like, you know, is anyone else getting tennis elbow from this game? That's just weakness leaving the body. Although, no, I definitely get fatigue from this. But to be fair, when I start getting that fatigue is when I come across onto the crossbow, because it uses like my wrist is hurting here more than anything else now. I wouldn't get that on the bow. With the bow, it would be my left and right shoulder. Well, no, my left shoulder. Yeah, just my left shoulder. You got to go down quick. Don't go in there. Don't go in there, you idiot. Right, let's get the... Right, we're supposed to be going fast. We've got the orphan. So I don't care now. Bam! I mean... Oh, come on. I don't even know what that was from. Do note as well, that's something else I forgot to talk about. Is... I mean, I used to have quite long play sessions. I used to be able to put a good 6 to 8 in on a good day. And that was, a lot of that was because I didn't have extended batteries, and I couldn't cycle charge. So he must have a similar setup to what I have to be able to do that sort of time. Oi! You were out of range. There you go, legit death. Oh, legit death. So there's a good example of why Executioner bonus is shite. Because we are actually playing a lot of those levels for Executioner points. And look how badly we did. I didn't even think to bring the shield up on that. I thought he was that far away. But to be fair, if I had brought up... Oh, I should have left that up for a little bit longer. If I had brought the shield up, I would have ended up sharding anyway. And that would have probably sharded us into the sword as opposed to away from it. So, but, yeah, let's see how we did points-wise. It's not a bad evening's worth of work. Top 10. Yeah, we'll take it. Now we don't have to do it anymore. No, I do like... I'll be honest, if you wanted me playing Purist, that's the way that I want to play it. It's a decent little workout, if I continue to be fast. But, like, for instance, if I wasn't streaming it, I would do that in sort of, like, 2-hour bursts. I do my main game in 2-hour bursts, but that's because I'm playing it differently. I don't mind too much when I'm streaming because at the end of the day I can't expect the same results as I would get when I've got my full concentration on the game, because that's not what I'm doing on the stream, nor am I complaining because, you know, I don't care. I stream to entertain, and it just so happens that I can play the game to a reasonable standard whilst blathering away and getting shot in the ass. And on that bombshell, we shall end it there. Thank you all very much for watching. This has been In Death Unchained on the Quest 2 Native. I have been Silver Tongue Devil. Good night.